Shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oop-a-doo down.
39 months. Woo! 1 month for every step at the old Wembley Stadium to walk to the Royal Box. Hashtag did you know?
Shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oop-a-doo down.
28. But what did 20 eat? The bones of his enemies. Nobody messes with 20 and lives to tell the tale.
Shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oop-a-doo down.
Excited to be back to quizzing. Thanks for all you do.
Shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oop-a-doo down.
Lovely day we're having.
Shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oop-a-doo down.
This is from Colo because he pressed enter prematurely. Buzz off everyone, I want to declare my undying love for Royal Flush. Please leave Mrs. Flush and run away with me. Yours truly, your not-so-secret admirer Colo. Pope. Cola XOXOXO.
Shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oop-a-doo down.
30. Get less for murder these days.
Shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oop-a-doo down.
25 months. It hip to be a square number, sometimes ain't it? Hashtag Barrett to your friends. Hashtag Danception. Good luck to Dan and Samster. Wait, I like to confirm me and Daniel Peak are different people.
Shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oop-a-doo down.
Funny sub message.
Shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oop-a-doo down.
Let's play countdown. I think Ben's royally flushed from Zeus' announcement. Either that or just embarrassed.
Shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oop-a-doo down. Shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oop-a-doo down.
Ice. Happy Pride Month everyone. Hashtag love is love.
I've got nothing left. I'm Derek Livingston. Better to my friends.
Buzz.
I was saying words.
Clever Dick.
Here we go.
Is there anybody there?
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to the Buzz Off Studio Theatre live from Sussex. I hope you're all
Hurrah
doing
for
well.
everything.
And a message from our sponsor, Proogs, apparently there. I have got some catching up to do. Good evening, everyone. I hope you are well. I'm just going to adjust the camera. There's many things that I've forgotten to do and forgotten how to do with streaming. I've just come from a wedding. I got in at like 25 to 8 and let the dogs out and grab a drink and get everything set up. So I'm overdressed. Apologies. But I hope you are all very well indeed. Welcome to the Buzz Off Studio Theatre for what promises to be a very exciting, the start of a very exciting tournament and a brand new season of Game Night. Season 11, baby. We are here. It feels like it's been a long time coming, this one. What I'm going to do before anything else happens, I said you've got to all the titles roll, and there have been a couple
have
of...
you taken to selling ice creams with that get up? Or have you joined the barbershop quartet?
Something
Love
like
ya,
that.
really, dude.
There have been a couple of last-minute entries, and entrants for the Buzz Off tournament are now closed. There are 23 players who have entered into the competition. I've got some catching up to do. Let me do that real quick, first of all. First up, Season 11, baby. Yeah, that's all very exciting. Good to be back. I'd sort of forgotten how to do stuff. I need a new mic arm, I think, because this one is falling down a little bit. It is good to be back here after so long away, and thank you for coming back. For all those subs that came in, my goodness gracious me, let me go through and just do a quick rundown, because that was some hype trainage happening there. Such are the lights we've not seen for a while. First of all, Colo, resubbing for 33 months. Thank you very much for that. Clive for 42 months. And a message from our sponsor, We Like Shapes.
Pog, 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 pog. Edgar Allan, Pog.
Alan Pog Shapes, thank you for the 29-month resub there. To Clive for the 42, what's that? To Matt the Ref for 39 months, 1 month for every step at the old Wembley Stadium to watch the Royal Box. Hashtag did you know? To Oni for the 28-month resubscription. But what did 20 eat? The bones of his enemies. Nobody messes with 20 and lives to tell the tale. Simpsons Angle, thank you for the 7-month resub. Excited to be back to quizzing. Thanks for all you do. Thank you for the kind words, Simpsons Angle. It is good to be back. Thank you very much for that resubscription there. Lupine, lovely day we're having. Thank you for the 34-month subscription. Zeus. This is from Colo because he pressed enter prematurely. Buzz off, everyone. I want to declare my undying love for Royal Flush. Please leave Mrs. Flush and run away with me. Yours truly, your not so secret admirer, Colo Pope Cola. Thank you for the 28-month subscription there, Zeus. Most grateful to you. It's Sotley, 30 months there. 30, get less for murder these days, but we're grateful all the same. Thank you very much, it's Sotley. Puzzle Dan, 25 months. A hit to be square number sometimes, ain't it? Hashtag Beric to your friends. Hashtag Danceception. Good luck to Dan and Sam. So wait, I like to confirm me and Daniel Peak are different people. Indeed you are. Indeed you are. Topper, funny sub message. Thank you for the 26 months there. AB Me for the 30 months. Let's play Countdown. Thank you very much. Matt the Ref for the 100 bits. Thank you very much. Pyro Pygmy for 22 months ago. Was that the sub message? Claire with eyes, thank you for the 28 months sub there. Matt for another 100 bits. Happy Pride Month, everyone. Hashtag love is love. Indeed so. Proogs, thank you for the 17-month subscription. I'll resub too. Hurrah for everything. Thank you very much, Proogs. And Matt, another 100 bits. Ben, have you been taken selling ice creams with that get up, or you've joined a barbershop quartet? I felt like doing the bow tie thing to the wedding. And Shapes as well for the 29-month resub. Thank you very much. Whew, that gets down all of that. And I haven't got enough monitors anymore, but hopefully everything will work as a result of not having enough monitors. Professor Harold Hill, I can now look at the chat just temporarily. Yeah, it's been It's been a good off-season. I've been keeping busy. I've been away a little bit, and another busy day. Megs is off doing 3 peaks this weekend, the 3 Peaks Challenge. She's just about to start mountain number 2. For those of you who don't know, the 3 Peaks Challenge is where you sail to the peak of Ben Nevis, Scafell Pike, and Snowdonia, the tallest mountains in Scotland, England, and Wales, respectively, within 24 hours. So she is currently wherever Scafell Pike is, somewhere in England, north possibly. I don't know. I might be wrong. That's from our sponsor, Jack Wilfred.
Bow tied. On. Buzz off. Primed. Season 11? You're good to go.
Oh, I hope so, Jack Wilfred. Thank you for the 100 bits, mate. Hope you're keeping well. Let me say hello to you formally. I know I've done all the thanks there, but good evening to Samson and Proogs and Matt. Matt, Claire, I was over your neck of the woods today, actually, over in Blackheath, the Surrey one, rather than the London one for this wedding. It was all very nice, but I didn't see you there, but I might have passed you at some point. But welcome all the same. Zeus, good evening. Sotley, good evening. Topper, AB, me, David, Arun, Quizzy Dan, Mr. Vertigo, Ardenfett, Jogging, Oni, Score Count, Fired, Stilgar, Puzzle Dan, Claire, Shapes, Colo, G. Eisens, Bassoonist, Clive, BC, Jack, Mark, Shadowbane, Nexinator, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in Togsmead X Ice Cream. Anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the chat, you are most welcome to be here. Hello, Rushmead. I do mean that, yeah. How you doing? Where does Rushmead come from? Incidentally, Rushmead, I'm about 98% sure is a colleague of mine. So he's here to tell us they're here to tell us all about what's wrong with my code. Welcome, mate. Hope you keep well. I won't name you by name unless you choose to reveal that. Yeah, no, it's more like 100, but you know. Yeah, law of percentages. Anyway, it's good to have you with us. Hope you keep well. Feel free to join in. Be great to have you and put that big old brain of yours to the test. Anyway, all of that having been said, Liz Truss Memorial Brecon Beacons. Nice. All of that having been said, it is time for a brand new season of Game Night. We have got not only the start of the Buzz Off tournament tonight, but we've got the return of Risky Business. Haven't seen it since season 9, so it's good to have that back. And a lovely pack from Riff has been provided for that as well, so we'll look forward to that a bit later on. And then The Abyss caps off the night as written by Inca. 5 sets of questions, all very, very nice indeed. And I know Abyss is one of the more popular games, so I thought we'll start strong this season with some favourites. Riff, welcome to the stream. Great to have you with us. Look forward to seeing your Risky Business questions. Bringing back Risky Business, it was quite fun to do. And when going through and just making sure everything was working, I very much missed the doo-wops. But before that, we have got to kick off this Buzz-Off tournament. Now, working a bit different from how the last Buzz-Off tournament worked, went down. Mainly because of space restrictions and not wanting the season to be monopolised by almost exclusively Buzz-Off, we have only got 8 slots in the bracket. And one of those is going to our incumbent champion, Samster, who won the first Buzz-Off tournament way back in Season 5. So he gets one by default, which means there are only 7 slots available. Okay. Now, this evening, and for the rest of the tournament, Buzz-Off has got an audience game. It is slightly, subtly different from the main hot seat game, but it broadly functions in the same way. There's subtle distinctions. I will explain them as they go. Moving forwards, the matches that we'll be having of Buzz-Off will be straight knockout matches. It will be a single elimination for the 8 players who are in the bracket. But for everybody else, you can still play along in the audience. And for this one tonight, it's being fronted by a couple of players we'll meet in just a moment. But this is effectively going to be an exhibition match, and the focus is going to be on you guys in the audience because you are playing for your tournament slot. For that reason, both players have been primed not to necessarily immediately get the answer as quick as they possibly can, because it's just an exhibition, it's just for fun for them, and I'm very grateful that they have volunteered to come and step in for this. The important part is the audience game, so they're going to give you a little bit of time to do that. So let's go take a look at the audience game. Oh, there's lots of you here already. If you would like a Hackbox account, GQNK is the rune code you will need over at hackbox.ca. You will need to validate your account either by whispering the code that's sent to you by Persephone's the code that's sent to you in Hackbox to Persephone's Twitch bot, or if you've already validated your Hackbox account with your Twitch account, then it will automatically log you in. Anyone who types in the chat gets a seat automatically, and it will link your accounts together if you've already got one there. I will say at this point, it has been stress tested with about 3 people. There's a fox on the road out there. With about 3 people in the audience game. Those 3 people were Colo, who has provided this qualifying pack, and he and Score are acting as adjudicators, and Colo's the sort of head proofer, if you like, of all the buzz-off packs this season. So that's all quite exciting. But we haven't stress tested it with quite as many people as it looks like we're getting at the moment, according to my log. So if you can see your face in the audience, that means you've whispered something into the chat since the game went live. But if you want a Hackbox account, if you want to play along, you are going to need to go to hackbox.ca and either sign into Hackbox with your Twitch account, or if you don't do that, you'll need to whisper the code to Persephone's Twitch bot that will be sent back to you. It just links the accounts together and means we've got an association for pennies, which of course are available in this game. I know Colo on the front row there, very nice, so he's keeping a careful eye on what is going on. That screen looks like most of my Nottingham University lectures. To be honest, I think this probably is a lecture theatre asset pack. Jerry, Maxio, Fidgil, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you with us. Hope you're all keeping well. Yes, Hackbox is very much required for this one, Jack Wilfred. So that code will be on the screen for a little bit longer. Something I need to say at the very head of the show, and make sure you're listening to this because I don't want anyone coming back to me and complaining in a little while. I am keeping the title suggestion mechanic. You will need a Hackbox account if you want to make a suggestion for the title. However, you can suggest one title per Hackbox account. So one title per player. You will get an opportunity to suggest a title at the end of every round. So if you think of something witty or you see something meme-worthy, then you can submit it in the first round if you like, but you can only do one. You can only give me one suggestion. So make it a good one, and you will get another opportunity after round 4 to submit that title if you don't get a chance in the interim. Okay? So hopefully, so I'll tell you 11 accounts. Yeah, I wouldn't put that past you, Jack. I'm not going to lie. Yes, you may only suggest one title. You can do it at any point, right up until the end of round 4, but you can only do the one. One other thing to mention, there's a special setting on here, which means all of the puzzles will be played. So even if one of our hot seat players goes 2-0 up in a round, we will play out all of the puzzles in the round so that everybody gets to see all of them. Everyone gets a maximum opportunity to get into the bracket. To play Samster and 7 other people, 6 including the person who I was talking about in that sentence, which got away from me a little bit. So let's put that sign away. It will be there throughout, in between the rounds. GQNK is the code that you're going to need. But I think we should get on with this because I've been rabbiting away for at least 10 minutes. Let's meet tonight's hot seat contestants. We have got Sam and we have got Quizzy Dan. To both of you, good evening and welcome. Thank you for being here. Samster, first of all, how are you doing? Happy new season.
Happy new season.
Are you keeping out of trouble? Have you been sort of suffering from the... There's been a little bit of a quiz drought of late.
Yeah.
Topper was off for a bit and now Ash is off. I think Topper's back now, but Ash has just gone off, and so it's not been... And obviously I've been off as well. So how have you been coping?
Yeah, trying to keep myself busy, doing quizzes elsewhere, believe it or not, in the world of the real life. But, other than that, yeah, just finding other things to occupy my time. It's been holiday for a week.
Half term this week. Have you been up to anything much, or marking, or...
Not really. I mean, I've tried to stay away from the marking. I was supposed to meet a mate on Thursday, but then train strikes got involved, so that was out the window.
Yeah, that's...
But yeah, just chilling out, really. Bit of downtime, it's been nice.
Well, we're back with a vengeance tonight, and of course, you're coming in as the defending champion, so you got to buy into the tournament. With 23 people applying, I suppose that's probably quite a comforting feeling.
Yeah, I'm pretty chuffed with that. Yeah, because with the calibre of contestants we have now, not that we didn't have then, but now especially, it's going to be a real challenge for anyone to qualify. So yeah,
people getting bigger and stronger. Well, I can say there's 23 was when I closed off the applications. So there's over 2/3 of the player who's qualified, assuming they're all here tonight, will be somewhat disappointed. But you are definitely going to be in the tournament, and so you get a bit of an easy warm up to it. You get a little bit of a sneak peek of the software as well, the new Hackboxified software. So
looking forward to seeing all the new changes.
We'll see how it comes out. The gameplay's exactly more or less as it was, as one minor change in round 3. But anyway, Samster, you are here in the Buzz Off Studio Theatre, and you've, as of course, got a buzzer. If you want to get my attention, you should be able to press it now. And you Samster sounds like this.
There it is.
Love music, David Bowie.
Yes, and of course, David Bowie.
There'll be about 4 people in chat that'll get that, and then everyone else won't. But, yeah.
I have to say, if moving forward, I might have to suggest that you pick one half or the other of that, because it's quite a long buzzer.
I couldn't do that.
I might have to put my foot down. Samson, welcome to the tournament. Very best of luck in the match tonight. Great to have you with us.
Thank you.
Quite low in the mix. Yes, it might be a little low. Let me just see if I can boost we're down at 50 there. Let me just boost the game slightly to 80, and we'll see how that goes from there. It might just be the audio file is quite quiet. But anyway, Samson's opponent this evening is Quizzy Dan. Dan, hello.
99 and a flake, please, sir.
99 and a flake. 99 and a fake?
Sorry. I love your suit and shirt, can I just say? I think you look fantastic this evening.
Oh, you are so very kind, thank you. Yes, it does feel slightly barbershopish, and I dare say the layers are going to start to be removed as the evening goes on, because it is very warm in here. But
one of those streams, is it?
It's going to be one of those streams, I'm afraid. Anyway, how are you keeping? It's been a little while since we've seen you in a hot seat over here, and I'm grateful if you responded to the invite. But how have you been keeping?
Very well, thank you, sir. Just bumbling along quite nicely, thank you. No real news. Really looking forward to this game of Cryptex, which I've been invited along to. That's what my notes say here. Cryptex,
little too much colour for Cryptex. How are things going over on your channel? Because I know you've got you do a bit of variety trivia and quizzing stuff. And did you get detectives this afternoon?
I didn't. So instead, I very sadly sat out in the garden with a can or two and read a book. Oh, it was hell.
Hard life, isn't it? Hard life.
I know. So no, not. But but we will continue with that in a few weeks' time. But yes, my streaming is going very well. Sort of 3 nights a week, puzzles on a Tuesday and a Thursday, and various games on a Wednesday.
Good stuff. Well, we'll get you to say a little bit more about that a little bit later on. We'll give yourself a bit of a plug towards the end. Now, have you played Buzz Off before?
I've seen it.
You've seen it?
I've seen it, but I haven't played it. Was it always an audience game?
No, this is the first time it's been an audience game. It was very much a hot seat only affair until
in that case,
tonight.
This is my Buzz Off cherry popping.
Excellent. Well, hopefully we'll make it an enjoyable experience for you. We'll do our best. How do you feel coming up against Samsa, obviously the incumbent champion?
Thanks. I do like the fact that you've explicitly said that we can take our time for our guesses, because yes, that's the only reason I was going to be taking my time for the guesses. Not that I didn't know the answer.
Not because you don't know any answers, no.
No, not at all. Looking forward to it. I mean, he will absolutely cream the floor with me, but never mind.
We'll all have a good time, and we'll learn something along the way, I'm sure. In the time-honoured tradition, Dan, you have also got an attention-getting device, which I'm going to send you a buzzer for now. If you want to get my attention, Dan goes like this. Very nice. Nice choo-choo tray there. So we've got...
It's a boat.
Oh, it's a boat. Oh,
it isn't actually a boat. It is a train. But I made the mistake once to say, well, what sound does a boat make? Choo-choo, and then that was it.
And it became a meme, and now that's the way it is. Well, look, it's great to have you both here, and you've both got your attention-getting devices. Hope you are ready to play, and I hope you're ready to play along in the audience game as well. Let's get this tournament underway as we go to round number 1, the Trivia Search. Okay, first of all, for our hot seat players, this is the trivia search. You're going to be given a word search grid, 13 by 13, and a category. There are 5 words that fit with that category hidden within the grid, and all you've got to do is buzz in and tell me what they are. The first one to find 3 wins a point. The first one to 2 points wins the chevron and the round. There are a couple of things in here, extra sort of fringe rules to consider. First of all, if you buzz in and are incorrect, you are frozen out for 10 seconds, so buzz wisely. Secondly, if somebody goes ahead, i.e. they found 1 and their opponent has found 0, then they will start a 30-second global clock on their opponent. If their opponent runs out of time, they lose by default. You can stop your clock by finding an answer, buzzing in, and tying it up. The letters will gradually be removed from the grid as the round goes on to make it a bit easier, to the point where at the end there will only be the words that you are looking for left. Hopefully that makes sense. If you are playing along in the audience, you have got 5 attempts to find the 5 words. If you get one wrong, there's no penalty, but you do lose a life and you'll only be able to find 4. The faster you find them in the audience, the more points you get. So, for example, if you find it right at the start, it's worth 200 points. After that, it starts to decrease as the letters are removed. One thing I will flag up for you: you cannot find words that the hot seat players have already found, and if you're playing with a little bit of latency, there might be a delay in what you see on the screen compared to what is there. If you type an answer, it will update when one of the hot seat players finds it, but it won't update until you type something. So if you're looking at it and saying the hot seat players haven't found any, I've just found that, they might have done. So just something to bear in mind. And as Puzzle Dan is pointing out there, spelling must be exact in this round because it is a word search style thing. So spelling must be exact as it is on the grid. The grid will not appear on Hackbox, but the answers that have been found will be as will your points. Hopefully that makes sense. Good luck to everybody. Let's go to our first puzzle. Sam and Dan, fingers on buzzers. The first puzzle is Long Rivers, 1,400 plus miles, 7 plus letters.
Music. David Bowie.
Yes, Samster.
The Euphrates.
Euphrates is there. That's a good start. Dan, your clock is on.
I'm laughing at you, Oru gay.
Yes, that's all I can say. Happy Pride Month, everyone. Right, taking my time. That's what I do.
Yes, taking time, Samster. We don't got pride at stake here.
I'm taking my time as well. I've got another one, but I'll wait.
Oh, here's a choo-choo. Dan, what have you seen?
I've seen the Brahmaputra.
Very well found. Brahmaputra is there. You've tied it up.
David Bowie.
I like you having a long buzzer because it gives people more time to actually type answers in that you're about to say. What else have you seen, Sam?
In that case, I'll take Zambezi.
The Zambezi is also there, and Dan, your clock is back on. 2 still in there.
Okay, yes, I've got one, but I've got to wait until very last. There we go.
There we go. What have you seen?
The Orinoco Flow.
Yes, Orinoco is there. There is.
I love music. David
Bowie. Yes, can you finish the grid off?
The Colorado.
Colorado is the last one in there. Very well done, you two. There's no more answers to reveal, and well done. There were lots of answers coming in from the audience. Slightly worried that some of them weren't logging with a name, so I'm not quite sure what that's in aid of, but hopefully there are no problems at the receiving end on the Hackbox thing, but lots of answers being found there already. Mr. Echo couldn't see any of them. Well, let's see if we get any better on the next one. Samson's taken that first point. Let's go to the next puzzle, which is film or TV drama genres. Samster,
Rue Gay from the previous round would have worked here, wouldn't it?
Samster, if you buzz in first, I'm going to mark it as wrong no matter what you say, just so you're right.
Do you want me to buzz in then? Oh, go on.
Only if you found something.
I see two.
Okay, Dan, when you've buzzed, what have you seen?
It's my favourite, Detective.
Detective is there. Very well done. Samster, your clock's on.
Music.
David Bowie.
I'll take a biopic, please.
Yeah, there's a biopic there as well. You can have that, and you've stopped your clock. 1 apiece. Letters still falling out.
Muck. We've got Come with a K. Oh, there you go. Speaking of.
Sam, go ahead.
Mockumentary.
Mockumentary, well found. If you were just about to type that, unfortunately, there is no more mockumentary points available. A few people did find it before Samster did. Dan, your clock's on. Opportunity to equalise.
I'm just going to let a few more letters go. Yes, that's what I'm going to do.
So I wouldn't put it past Samster to buzz in and take your answer.
No,
from
I'll
you.
be nice. I'll be nice.
I genuinely am rubbish at word searches, so... there we go.
I've got one here.
What have you seen, Dan?
I've seen the opposite of Eastern.
Yes,
the
Western. Western is there indeed. That's worth some points. David Bowie, last chance in the audience to find the answer. There's a few coming in. Samster, what is
I'm
it?
just gonna I'll give everyone a few more seconds, and then I will say Slasher.
That's the one. Well found there, Slasher, and Sam has won the round. But we're going to go to the third puzzle all the same because that'll be good fun. Nothing more to reveal there. You've done very well. Let's go on to the third puzzle, which is... or not.
Oh.
Okay.
So we should just let go to the last one every time, if possible.
Yeah.
Okay. No
that's
problem.
really... They shouldn't have done that. It shouldn't
Well,
have done
it has.
that. I have flagged force play all puzzles.
Right.
Yeah, okay, well, it's concluded that round. Sorry, audience, that's going to miss it out on that one, but we'll try and get to the last puzzle properly next time. We tested this last night, and it was working. And I definitely flagged the variable that says force play or puzzle. Oh, you know what I might have done? Hang on. I haven't changed... If I changed the variable name, that would be really stupid. If I have done that. Hang on. Force play. No, I haven't changed the variable name, because, it would have complained at me. Okay. Well, I need to find out why that's happened. Not that it's going to come up again in the tournament, because that's how it should be. But if you guys could be good sports, and we'll go through that. Yeah, there's a little Raspberry Ripple in the code there. It was working last night. I have no idea what's... Oh, never mind. Anyway, Samster, did you enjoy that?
Yes, I did.
Good. And Dan, did you enjoy it?
I would have aced Grid 3.
I bet you would have done.
What would it have been, just out of curiosity, or is Colin...
things in my fridge, I think. Which I would have done quite well.
Which shows that Quizzy Dan has worked on.
I'm not sure there's 5.
Apparently everyone is suggesting that... Has anyone got the option to type in a title? Because that's... Again, that was working. Just as I start remembering to click in the answer field each time. No option. Is it just saying thank you to all of you? Ooh. Well, fuck. That's a good start, isn't it? Again, that was working last night. I'm not sure what has happened there. Thanks for your suggestion. Good luck. Oh, Maxio's got the option. Pyropygmy's got the option. Yeah, it's not been broken. It's still running, so that's obviously something I need to go and look at with more players in the mix. Why would it do that? Not sure. I guess we'll find out. Podo, Pyro, Stimson Zanger, welcome to the stream. We're going to move on to round 2 because points are definitely coming in. So hopefully everyone has got some points and it's telling you how many points you've got. If not, then let's go on. Round 2, auction house. So this is the auction house. In this round, you have to compete back and forth for how many things in a certain category you can name. You start with 1, 2, or 3. It then goes to your opponent, who can outbid +1, +2, +3, and back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth, until one of you challenges your opponent to name the things that they have said they could name. Bork! Hello, dog. If your opponent does manage to name the things they've named, they get the point. If they fail, then they don't get the point, and the other player gets the point instead. Simple as that. For the audience game, this works slightly differently. You'll have some instructions on your screen that will say, quick, give an answer before a player is challenged. You have got to give one answer, just one answer. If you get a correct answer, you get 200 points for free. You will then get 100 points for every time one of the hot seat players does not say your answer. So my advice is to go for the most obscure correct answer. That's how it's going to work, okay? So 200 points if you get it correct, plus 100 points subsequently for every time the hot seat player doesn't say the answer.
Central African Republic. That's my top tip.
For example, shapes. That buffered. Can you repeat the instructions? Basically, submit one answer. Try and make it a red. It's basically the taboo round of Google that. Effectively, get more points. Yeah, and if they don't say it, then it just gets the points that it would have got. Does that make sense? Hot seat players, you happy?
Yeah, so do we just name them like normal, basically?
You're just playing them like normal.
If we really want to fuck over the audience, we just pick the most obscure ones we can think of. Got it.
Basically that, yes. Except you're answering with words rather than typing. That's the one difference between this and the old versions. So speak to me. You've got 10 seconds to name each one, and the clock resets after 10 seconds. So there we go. Right, and it's all done through Hackbox. Let's launch the first puzzle, which is... Any country with a life expectancy at birth greater than that of Ireland at 82.0 years. Sam, you are in control. You can start the bidding with 1, 2, or 3.
I think we'll start with 2.
Okay, 2. Dan, it comes over to you. Do you think you can outbid? Or are you going to challenge Samster just to name 2? Audience, you have got a few more seconds. Well, Dan will let us know if he's going to challenge.
I'm raising. I'm going to 5.
Wow, up another
Crikey.
3, we're up to 5. San, do you want to do any more?
Let's try one more.
We're up to 6. Dan, do you think you can do any more? Or are you going to try... No?
Name them.
The challenge is coming in, audience, so last chance to get your answer in. And there's a no reference exception. That's always good, isn't it? Update member state. Right. That's a problem.
I clicked challenge.
Okay, new plan.
Fantastic.
Players, don't worry, because it just means we won't find out who's in the tournament tonight. I've put in a thing where it stores all of the data. All right, so all of the data is going to have been stored. Your points from round 1, I will manually add them on, but I am going to restart the build. We'll jump straight into round 2. My advice is... yeah, something's gone slightly squiffy there because I can't make it do any further than that. We'll come back to exactly where we were, and I will restore everyone's points. Dan and Samps will restore your points. This is his first time running it, so these things are likely to happen. So, and hopefully it means people can suggest a title. But all your points have been stored, audience. Don't worry, it just means I need to manually add them on. That's a me problem, not a you problem. So don't worry. It also means we won't find out tonight who's in to the... next round. I'm not going to reload Hackbox Host. I'm going to give new numbers out, a new code out, I think. I could reload Hackbox Host, actually, couldn't I? Let's reload Hackbox Host, and then hopefully everyone will just come back in. We'll find out. Dexter, now is not the time. More than 2 players have joined, so Samster, you were red, weren't you?
Yes.
However, you are not coming up on my list, which is a problem.
Fantastic.
Oh, no, there you are. Hang on, no, I just wasn't scrolling. I think I might need a new mouse. Samster, where have you gone?
I'm here.
Oh, it's still populating. It's still thinking about it. It's bringing everyone back in slowly. Yeah, it's repopulating the vacancies. If you're already in Lupine, you don't need to do anything. I'm looking for Samster. Who is not here yet. Still thinking about it. I know you're here. It's not here on my side of things. There's a few more coming in now.
Let me in.
Lupine, OP Synth, fired.
Do I need to validate again, maybe?
What's it saying on your Hackbox
Oh,
screen?
yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Oh, yes, you might need to revalidate. That's the one thing. If you weren't signed in on Twitch, you'll need to revalidate. That's the one. There we go. There's Samster. And Dan's just done the same. So Samster is red. Yep. Quizzy Dan is there. There we go. And Roll VT, which we're going to skip. Lupine, welcome to the stream. Let's hide the titles. And we go to audience. There you are. You will need to revalidate your accounts. Hopefully it will still work as expected. And the only difference is that the points have been stored. I will just need to add them on because I'm not going to do it now. Dexter, Please shut up. We're going to set the rounds played as 1. We're going to give 1 chevron to Samson because he's already done it. We're going to reveal our contestants. They are the same as before. We're going to send a test buzzer to Samson, who's going to buzz in. We're going to send a test buzzer to Dan, who's going to buzz in. We're going to pick up where we left off on the auction house. And we're going to launch the first puzzle. And Samson, starting with 2. Dan went 3, or plus 3. And Samson, I think, went plus 1.
He did.
And then hopefully the challenge... I'll give just a second before you challenge, Dan. I'm going to give everyone an opportunity to type in their answer.
They need to give an answer. I'm just wondering what the life expectancy of the Central African Republic is.
So, of course, if this breaks, then we've got bigger problems. But ideally, give the same answer as before, Matt. Yes. Right, I'm going to give it 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, half, quarter, and Dan is going to make his challenge, and hopefully it won't break.
Right, clicking now.
Oh, for God's sake, why are we null referencing still? What's happening? The dog is not helping. Right, where's that come from then? Auction House 282. Sorry, folks, I'm going to have to do some tracking down. This was all working last night. Tracking down of stuff. Auction House 282. Audience gain control. Auction House challenge made. For each player, P and Hackbox controlled at lobby players. I think I might know the problem. If there's players who've typed in but don't, they're lobby players, but not right. Ugh. Oh, Dexter, shut up! Really? Now? Send alert to a player. That's my problem, right? Fixed it, I think. If P equals null, return. I should probably put this in everywhere. I think this is my problem. But I thought it only affected audience players, which is why it was only on the audience state. So there is going to need to be another restart in just a minute, but hopefully this will catch things out. Oh, that's a hot seat command, so we don't need it there. We don't need it there. Anywhere where there's a player, if player is null. Oh shit, it's not players play. Bollocks. Hackbox avatar is null is what I need. Wasn't planning on this being a dev stream. It won't be all night, I promise. Right. P.Hackbox avatar. What the fuck is wrong with my dog? Yeah, so basically it was trying... I think what is going on is that it is trying to send a state to a non-existent Hackbox avatar. And I'm not quite sure how that's happening. But I'm just putting in things to protect that so it won't happen in the future. Right, the game is now going to complain at me. And then we're going to go back in again. Because it's now complaining at me some more. I cannot use that before it's declared. We don't need it there. Fine. Right. Third time lucky, gang. And we're going to reload again. I might just going to see what's ailing the dog. And right, so again, you'll need to revalidate. Let me just go and pacify the dog. Revalidate your accounts, and I'll be right back. Dex, what the
That sounds lethal.
Nothing out there.
And that was the last we heard.
Went into the garage and turned the car. No. No, just why aren't you working? Okay. Samster, there you are. And Quizzy Dan, where are you? Have you validated, Dan? Yes, you
Wow.
have. There you are. Roll VT, high titles. And go to audience. Yes, get off me, shouty boy. And there you are, and go to wide, and reveal contestants.
Each time you've done that, by the way, I've waved and no one can see me, but I am waving.
Quite right. Let's set rounds played as 1, award a chevron to red, and go to... Yeah, I haven't forgotten that one.
Yeah.
Right, launching puzzle.
I did too.
Same answer as before, please, gang in the audience. And fingers crossed that has caught this out. If not, then I'm going to try reloading the room.
Extra.
So I'm going to wait.
We'll give it 15 seconds, all right? 15 seconds to get your answers in. Same
You've
as
had
before.
enough time to think about it, chat.
10, 9, 8, 7. This breaks again, then I don't know what I'm going to do. 6, 5,
Cry.
4, probably 3, 2, 1. Go on, Dan.
Here we go.
Yay! There we go. Sam, give me your first.
I'm going to go Nordic first. Let's go Iceland.
Iceland?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good start. 5 to
Norway.
go. Norway? Yeah, that works too.
Sweden.
Sweden? Yeah, that's right.
Denmark?
Sticking with the Nords. Denmark?
Yeah. Oh.
No Denmark there. Quizzy Dan winning that point. Missing answers were Australia, Canada, Finland, France, Israel, Italy, Japan, Liechtenstein, Luxembourg, Malta, Monaco, New Zealand, Singapore, South Korea, Spain, Switzerland, and the Vatican City were the valid answers you could have had there. Just a little note on them. The UK is 80.7 and the USA is 77.2. So hopefully you got some points in the audience game and that all worked as expected. Yeah, it was about 712. It's quite right, David. Right, next puzzle, audience, fingers on your keyboards, new answer required. We are after characters from the Nickelodeon animated series set under the sea in Bikini Bottom who have their own Wikipedia page. Dan, you are in control. You cannot challenge on 0.
I will not challenge on 0. 3.
Wow, okay, an opening bid of 3. Audience, you got a few more seconds. I don't know if Sam's going to challenge here. No, he's going to up the bid to 5. We're at 5. Dan, any more for any more?
I am not going to reveal what I'm going to do for a few more seconds to give people a chance to put their answer in, and not because I need a few extra seconds to think about it.
No, that's fine. Think away. Spelling. There was a spell checker on this one, David. So yeah, and there's also a list of keywords as well. It's a keyword thing. Basically, this is how my old Only Connect warm-up game worked, as a keyword checker. So Dan, decision if you will.
I am going to challenge, but I'm going to wait a few seconds before I push
it.
Or I can do it now, but I'm just waiting for the chat if they want.
David's going to raise a flag. DM me, David. I have a feeling I might know what you're talking about, but yes, please do. Right, challenge coming in. Samster, over to you as soon as Dan presses the button.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
That's a good start.
Patrick Star.
Yes, Patrick Star is there.
Squidward Tentacles.
Squidward Tentacles is also there.
Sandy Cheeks.
Sandy Cheeks is also there. One more for the point.
Eugene Krabs. Or Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs is, yes, not Eugene Krabs. Well, it might be Eugene Krabs, but it's Mr. Krabs on my
I was doomed there. So I went 3 because I
could have kept
knew
going for a while.
those top 3, and then it was a case of, I don't know. I've never seen it, never watched it.
Yeah.
David, you typed Mr. Krabs and it marked it wrong. It shouldn't have done because there were 2 answers with Krabs as an answer. Which were Barnacle Boy, Gary the Snail, Karen Plankton, Mermaid Man, Mrs. Penelope Puff, Pearl Krabs, and Sheldon J. Plankton. I think what probably happened there is that it went through the list, and if it maybe went to Pearl Krabs first, because that you needed Krabs and Pearl, what it does, how it works, it goes through the thing, and once it finds a match, it then finds the second keyword, and if there is nothing there, it gives you the point. If there is one, you need to match from that one. And so if it's found Pearl Krabs first, then it will mark Krabs as correct, but then see that you don't match Pearl, which is a problem. But that's how it is. I will fix that for next time. Hopefully, if there are less similar answers then. But it's difficult when there's answers where they are somewhat similar. Anyway, we'll go on to puzzle number 3 for now. It's 1 apiece. And we're looking for solo artists with at least 7 UK #1 singles, including collaborations. Solo artists, so not bands. Sam's opening up for 2. Dan, we come to you. Just one more. We're at 3.
Okay, 5.
We're at 5. Dan's
Let's
going
try
one more.
6.
We're up to 6.
Let's do one more.
7. Solo artists, remember. Solo artists are not bands.
One more.
Dan's gone for 8.
I fancy a challenge.
9.
Did you say challenge there?
I meant challenge as in I fancy a challenge, not as in I fancy challenging you.
No, you've said the word challenge. I'm gonna.
I think the audience. I think the audience have had enough time. So finish what you were going to say. Oh no, we were sweating. Right.
Oh God. Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley. Yes, that's a good start.
Rihanna.
Yeah.
Calvin Harris.
Calvin Harris. I put on my shoes.
Cliff Richard.
We're all going on a...
I'm struggling a bit now.
5 to go.
Oh God.
Come on, Sam.
Adele.
Adele?
Yeah.
No, nothing
Yeah.
for Adele, I'm afraid.
I just said Madonna. Surely she says.
Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Who else could we have had?
Ariana Grande, David Guetta, Ed Sheeran, Elton John, Eminem, George Michael, Jessica Lynne, Justin Bieber, Kylie Minogue, Madonna, Michael Jackson, Robbie Williams, Sam Smith, and Tiny Temper. Topper, sorry if I didn't give you a countdown there. I thought we were going back and forth. You've had a good 30 seconds or so. Bearing in mind, when we get into the tournament, I'm not going to prompt every single time on this one and get people to wait for it. It's just, it's just... Yeah, I thought I figured enough time had passed because you can answer basically as soon as the question comes up, so I figured that was probably enough time. So, at the end of that, Dan has taken 2 points, Sam's has taken 1, which means, Dan, you have won that chevron. Hopefully people have got the option to submit a title now. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. We have a title box. Hooray! Remember, you can do it after every round.
Option available is a great title.
Option available is a great title. I like that a lot. I'll just remind you at this point that I don't know who suggests the title. You do get, I think it's 30 or 50 pennies if I pick your title, but they are anonymised. I will just pick one that I like the best. I won't know whose it is, but you will get pennies automatically. You also get pennies related to your points. I may not backdate the pennies, but I will from round 1, but I will certainly add on what you got in round 1, compare it to round and the subsequent rounds for this real one here. At the moment, this logging system is the first steps towards being able to restore a game to a state just from a JSON file. But it's not there yet at the moment. It is just for reference so that I can stop a build and actually go back and say, okay, who had what? Right, I think we should go on. We should go on to round number 3, which is the time warp. So, in this round, Sam and Dan, this is the one that has had a very slight modification from the last season. In the last season, you got 2 halves of the same puzzle. You got 1 half each. In this one, you both attempt both halves. I will say this up front. When you buzz, your arrow will not stop. You will get a readout on your Hackbox device at what you have stopped at, but the arrow won't stop. This is because if your arrow stops, your opponent knows your arrow has stopped and they might as well press their button immediately. So you won't know when your opponent has buzzed. It's very simple though. All you've got to do is stop the arrow or press your button when you think the slider is closest to the number in question. Simple as that. Audience game, this one works exactly the same as the hot seat game. Obviously, you will have some latency, so you won't necessarily see the arrows in real time. But what you will get is an update every 3 seconds on your Hackbox device saying 5%, 10%, or it might be a second and a half, 5%, 10%, 15%, 20%, and so on. If the audience players let that get to 100%, then you will get nothing for the round. The closer you are, the more points you get, maximum of 1,000. And the same applies to Sam and Dan. The closer you are, the more points you get. Everyone happy with the rules?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Dan?
Oh yeah.
Good. Okay, well we'll go to our first puzzle then. Somewhere between 0 and 60. The year of the 1900s in which a plaster cast of Dippy the Diplodocus was first unveiled in the Natural History Museum in London. It will take 15 seconds for the slider to go from the start to the end. Everyone needs to buzz at some point in that 15-second gap, and the sliders start now.
Ooh. Pointless, isn't it? Ooh. Dippy. Okay.
And the noise has stopped, which means both hot seat players have buzzed. Let's put their arrows to where they stop them.
I love music. David Bowie.
Thank you, Samster. Playing both the buzzers simultaneously is my jam. Samster going bang in the middle, Dan going a little bit later. Let's have a look and see what the correct answer was.
Oh,
very early, 1907, according to my data here, which I'm now thinking, does that scan with what it was last night? I think it does. Yes, it does. Okay. I don't know why I thought it was later than that, but it's not. 1907 was the year, so Samson, you've won the first half. However, you must win the second half in order to get a point. If Dan gets this, then it's one each, and there are no points awarded. So lots of potential for ties. Sam 22 away, Dan 39 away. Let's load in the second half. The length in feet, head to tail, of the fossil Dippy the Diplodocus, resident of Pittsburgh's Carnegie Museum of Natural History. Somewhere between 60 and 120 feet, and the slider starts now. You might want to mute for this round, so I can hear you all clicking. Both players have buzzed because the noise has stopped. Let's set the arrows to the correct position.
I love music.
I'll tell you, the clicking does not help.
Does the clicking not? Okay, fair enough. Samster's stopping. Dan's stopping slightly earlier than Samster there. Let's take a look and see who was closest.
Oh! Guys, went middle by time. No, I didn't.
1 away, Dan. Not a bad guess. 83, 5 away, but yes, Samster just 1 away. 88. The correct was the answer. Samster just going 1 too far, 89, but it's Samster who gets that second half, and he gets the first point on his podium. Very well played. Let's go to another puzzle. Starting with somewhere between 0 and 46, the chapter of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, where Veruca Salt gets put down the bad nut rubbish chute, ? Somewhere between 0 and 46, and the slider starts now. Both players have buzzed because the noise has stopped. Let's set them to where they buzzed.
I love music. David Bowie.
Any tension that was in this moment, Samson, has been ruined by your buzzer, I will add. Dan,
I was trying to work it out.
I thought it was slightly later on in the book. I wish I'd gone a bit later now.
What numbers were you both aiming for?
About 2/3 of the way through, so I think I got a little bit early.
Yeah, likewise.
She was the middle one, wasn't she? Of the five.
She was number
definitely one of the late ones.
3 of 5.
There's a bit of bump at the beginning.
It was Gloop, and then it was Beauregard, and then it was Salt,
and then
My TV. Yeah. And then Charlie gets given a factory.
Yeah.
That is run on slave labour. Let's have a look at the correct answer, which is...
Yeah!
Oh, Dan, you were there. Chapter 24.
Oh, basically halfway through then.
Dan just 2 away. Samster 4 away. Very well done to Dan. You've got a half there, but you need a second half. The molar mass of table salt, that's NaCl, to the nearest gram. Samster, a resident chemist, I'm sure knows this already. Can he hit his buzzer in the right place? We will find out. The sliders start now. And the noise has stopped, which means both players have buzzed. Let's set them in position.
I love music. David
I had
Bowie.
no idea.
Dan going for an early buzz there. Samson going a bit later.
Sodium is 23 and chlorine is 35.5, which I presume is rounding up to 36. It should be 49. Wait, no, 59. I was a little bit late, but yeah.
In that case, I stand a chance.
58.
Oh.
Sam was 4 away, Dan was 5 away. So Sam has taken it by 1 point. 53 plays 62. The answer was 58, which means that board is a tie. And there are going to be no podiums awarded, so all to play for in this final board. Let's go there now. Starting with Red Sox. Total number of home runs hit by the Boston Red Sox between 1901 and the 29th of May 2023. It's somewhere between 0 and 20,000. 15 seconds. Slider starts now.
I don't know my volleyball.
This is American football, yeah?
Yeah. American
sports ball. Both players have buzzed. Let's put you in position.
It's the home run before or after the conversion.
I love music.
Okay. Dan has gone just around about the middle. Sam's gone a little bit later. Let's take a look at the results. Not a bad guess from Samson there. 14,220.
I mean, I'm not going to pretend there's any logic. Not whatsoever.
Sam just 1,244 away, down 34.53 away. Samson gets the first half. Let's load in the second. Scottish Lochs. Total number of lochs, lakes, and lochans in Scotland. Somewhere between 20 and 40,000, and your slider starts now. Both players have buzzed. Sodium 23, chloride 35, by the way, on the last one. The chapter of Veruca Salt is titled The Nut Room. Let's see where you've stopped.
I love music.
I thought we were due a short one.
Yes!
Dan's gone right near the beginning there. Sam's a little bit further on. Let's see who was closest.
Oh, shit.
Samster, goodness me.
Cheating!
510 away. Surely not.
Yeah,
How come you can't
can't
cheat on this game, even if you know the answer, to get that close? The Wikipedia says 31,400-ish, but this is based on a very small sample. This estimate from Scottish Nature seems more reliable, and a lochen is a baby loch, incidentally. And by the way, on that Red Sox question, Colo calculated it himself, because it wasn't anywhere from the raw data. So that's quite fun. Innes, welcome to the stream. That is the end of the puzzle and the end of the round. And it's going to be Samster who takes another chevron. So, 5 plays 4 going into the final round. Anybody wanting to suggest a title? Now is the chance to do it. And I'm hoping that the lack of chat in that round meant everything is working as expected. Keep my fingers crossed. But there's one more round to go, and I'm hoping this is going to play all 5, irrespective of what happens. But we'll see.
Would you like us to try and make it do all 5?
I don't want to try and force it one way or another, but if it looks like if the match point thing flies up, that tells me it's going to end, because it shouldn't. So the match point thing shouldn't fly up. Right. So yeah, it'll all come down to the last puzzle, effectively. At that point.
Give me a chance, please, Samster. Give me a chance.
I'll try my best. I'm not very good at making connections.
Rush me. You could still type that in the box unless you've already suggested a title. But yeah, very much was laugh breed earlier on in this. But hopefully that I've now fixed that with my null checks. Let's go to the final round on the buzzer. On the buzzer is a round that certainly Dan is going to be very familiar with the format, because it's something that's very close to your heart, Dan. You will be given a series of seemingly unrelated clues. All you've got to do is buzz in and tell me when you know what I am talking about. If you are correct, then you will get a chevron automatically. If you are incorrect, you'll be frozen out for 2 clues, thus giving your opponent a bit of an advantage. Audience game, this works the same as round 2 in that there is a list of keywords. Most of them have a single keyword. In fact, I think all of them have a single keyword in this. If you match your keyword, you get it. And audience, you get 2 attempts to solve it, okay? 2 attempts. You don't get any more points for solving on your first or your second, but you get more points the earlier you solve it. You get 1,000 divided by the number of point clues that have been revealed. So if there are 10 clues, for example, and you get it after 3, you will get 700 points. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. There is a spell checker on it, and there's a number of variables on the keywords, and hopefully these puzzles have been written by Colo in such a way that it should be fairly obvious what the keyword is. Sam and Dan, best of luck to you both. Fingers on buzzers, and buzz when you know what I'm talking about. Starting with wall. Dan with an early buzz.
Things you can make out of bricks.
It's good. It's not the one. I'm afraid you're frozen for 2 clues. And we're going to spin you around. You'll be back in on clue number 4. Nata, welcome to the stream. Here is the next clue. Edge. Oh, audience, I will say when I reveal the next clue, your text box will be cleared, I'm afraid. Which is why I'm giving a bit of time in between each one. Next clue. O.
Interesting.
Quizzy Dan, you are back on the next clue, and here it is. Park. Yes, Dan.
Street.
Street? No, that's not it, I'm afraid.
No.
You're frozen out. Here's another clue. Forest.
Spelled with 2 R's. Interesting.
Clue number 6. Yes, Mr. Vertigo, that is intended. I don't know where you're looking at the clues. You might be looking near the top, you might be looking near the bottom. The players have got 2 buzzers as well. That's very much an intended thing to have 2 text boxes. I'm helping you out here. It's not an accident. They both do the same thing. Clue 6. Moya.
I have no idea what this is.
Dan, you're back on this clue. Here's number 7. Harvey.
This is annoying.
Next one.
Isn't it just?
Macintosh.
What is this, Colo?
This noise.
Hello, whisper it to me now.
Clue 9. Pemberton.
Yes.
Clue 10. Martin.
I mean, yes.
Dan.
Steve.
That's the one. Specifically actors, but we did decide last night we were going to allow Steve. Yes, they're all actors called Steve. Steve Wall, Steve Edge, Steve O. You've gone on to see Steve Coogan, Steve McQueen, Steve Gutenberg, Steve Carell, and Steve Buscemi. Hopefully the audience managed to pick up some points there. Let's go on, let's award you a chevron first of all, Dan. You're back in the lead, 5 plays 4. And let's go to the next puzzle. Buzz when you know what I'm talking about. 15 clues here, and here's the first. A pencil. Yes, Dan.
Things in my fridge.
Not the right answer, I'm afraid. You're frozen.
Oh, that's right. I have no pencils in my fridge. Ah, no.
Next one.
Things not in Dan's fridge.
A nut.
Do you have any nuts in your fridge?
I do, actually.
The James Webb Space Telescope.
I do not have that in my
fridge. You've got the James Webb Space Telescope in your fridge. Dan, you're back in on the next clue. Here it is. Fort Jefferson. Dan.
Is it hexagons?
Very good. They are all things that contain hexagon shapes. The ellipsis after the clue is confusing. Thank you, Claire. Can you note that in the Discord, and I will nix that for next time.
You're welcome, shapes.
Yeah, you'd have gone to see Nintendo, GameCube, Settlers of Catan, Saturn. A equals 3 times the square root of 3 over 2 times A. Civilization 5, Certain Footballs, The Giant's Causeway, Honeycomb, Risky Business, which we'll see in a bit, Blockbusters, and Bestigans. Of course. Dan, you are increasing your lead. Let's give you another chevron. It's now 6 plays 3. Come on, Samsy, you need to put some effort in here. Let's go to the next puzzle.
Trying.
It's not telling me it's a match point, which makes me think it is working as anticipated. Here's your first 15 clues
Dan should
here.
let me get this one anyway, just in case.
Meat. Go on then. What is it? Dan.
Things in my fridge.
No, it's not. Here's the next clue. Time. You've got time in your fridge. Not spelled like that, maybe. Clue number 3. Mary. Hope you haven't got Mary in your fridge. Dan, you're back on the next clue. Clue 4. Spot.
I'm suspicious.
Clue 5.
Suspicious of what's going on.
Home.
Yeah.
Clue number 6. Babu. Is that a typo, Colo? Should that be bamboo by any chance? I'm just going to wait for Colo to confirm. I have a feeling that might be meant to be bamboo. Oh no, it is babu. No, it is definitely babu. I take back. Just ignore me. It's not bamboo. It is definitely babu. Next clue.
That makes it so much easier.
Talk.
What the hell is this?
I don't know.
Clue number 8. Revenge.
Okay, I've got it. I'm going to be cruel and give it another clue for. I'm going to see if you can do it. I'll give you another
Number
2
9.
clues, and then I'm going to buzz.
Charity.
I haven't actually got it.
I think I have got this.
David Bowie, what do you think it is?
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's the one. There are things that can be sweet. You're going to see Bippy, Sweet 16, Sweet Caroline, Sweet Nothing, Sweet Fanny
Sweet
Adams,
Babu.
and Sugar. I don't know what Sweet Babu is, but it wasn't a typo. Well done, Samsy. You've got yourself a chevron back. 5 plays 4. Here's the next puzzle. There are another 15. Buzz when you know what I'm talking about. First clue. Vathlo.
Can't make
That
anything
seems like
funny
an
up
animal
about
to
that.
me.
And the next. Wildcat. Midwinter.
I don't
Rockavoco.
know what these things are.
I'm glad it's not just me.
Caprona. Gondel. And clue 7. Tracy.
I love music.
David Bowie. I'm going to give it to count to 5, Samson, and then you're going to say the answer. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4,
Are they all
5.
fictional islands?
They certainly are.
Are
Very
they?
good. Fictional
Okay.
islands. Lufuscu, Amity, Knoll, Somery, Skull, Craggy, Sodor, and Treasure. You'd have gone on to see there. Samson's going to retake a chevron and retake the lead. There is one more puzzle, so it is all coming down to this one. Buzz, when you know what I'm talking about, just... no, again, there's 15. Here's your first. Alligator. Dan.
Things in your fridge.
Things that I've eaten that are fried.
Sensible guess. Not the one, I'm afraid. You're frozen out for 2 clues. Here's the next. Cutlass.
It's tasty.
Candle. I fancy eating a deep fried candle. Clue number 4. Dan, you back in. Lady. And the 5th. Cardinal.
Yeah.
Yes, Dan.
I'm going to go with butterflies.
Butterflies is
No!
not the answer. 2 free clues for Samster. Here is the next one. Labyrinth.
Thought I know, but now I don't.
Good.
And clue number 7. Angler.
Do they all sound like German leaders?
Dan, you're back in on the next clue. Wolf. And number 9. King.
That's not a useful word.
Number 10. Lung. Yes, Dan.
Iron.
What, I'm sorry, what?
IRON?
IRON, iron?
No!
Ooh.
2 free
thought you
clues
had
for
it then.
Samster. Here's the next.
Ooh.
Sun.
I don't know what this is.
Cat.
These are not helpful.
Love music.
David Bowie. Samster.
This is such a stupid thing to say. Are they all hieroglyphs?
Hieroglyphs?
Yeah.
They are not. Dan, you're back on the next clue. Gold.
This is not helping.
And number 14. Angel. Sam, so you're back on the next clue. It is the last clue of the puzzle. Juno.
Love music. David Bowie.
Samster.
Fish.
That's the one. They are all types of fish. Oh, I had to lead you there by the gills, but we got there in the end. Yes. They are all fish. That is the end of the puzzle. It's the end of the round and the end of the quiz. So let's reset the board and show the final chevrons.
Did not deserve that.
No, you didn't.
Samster, you remain undefeated in Buzz Off. 6 plays 3.
By hook or by crook. But
By
yes.
hook or by crook, indeed. Very well played. How was that for you, Sam?
Yeah, it was fun to be back on the horse with it, and the improvements have definitely helped. The only thing I would say maybe slightly is the bidding one is slightly quick. You have to answer, but maybe that's sort of intentional. Yeah.
For the audience, you mean, or for
For the
the hot
human.
seat. No,
Yeah,
no,
that's
it's fine because it's spoken. I mean, you only have 15
Yeah,
seconds when you have to
yeah.
type it, so
Yeah, true.
I think it's fine. It
No,
exposes
really
people.
fun. Yeah. It's
Good
great
stuff.
to play.
Well,
yeah.
look, we'll see you in the tournament. We'll find out who you're going to be playing in just a minute. Dan, how was that for you?
I need to check what's in my fridge.
Yeah, Time and Mary, apparently.
Apparently, yes. Goldfish and things like that. That was really good fun. Thank you for having me. And yeah, Sam's not surprised that Samster won.
He's not the champion for no reason, but you gave it a good go, and it
Yeah,
was
you had me on the ropes.
very, very close. And it's all been had on the round one. Sam applying the audience on. Oh no, we won't find out in just a minute. We'll find out. We'll get a rough idea, but we won't find out because we've got to add on round 1 points, which aren't included on this. But guys, thank you both very much. It's been great having you here. And Dan, do you just want to say give a quick plug to your stream, and I'll give you a quick plug in the chat. So I'll give you a quick shout out.
Absolutely. Yes, I stream on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday evenings. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I stream various puzzles, and on Wednesday, I stream video games. And at the moment, I'm finishing up a game where I am a giraffe, and I'm a detective, and my sidekick is a hippo. Standard Wednesday night.
Sounds good to me. We're giving you a little shout out there. Hope
Thank you very much.
do go give Dan a follow in the audience. Sam, is there anything you'd like to promote?
I was going to ask if you're going to give me a plug.
Yeah,
no,
I'll give you a
really.
plug if you want. You can talk about whatever you like.
No, I'm good.
Okay,
Retro
fine.
Jeopardy Monday in the Discord in Ashes. But
Jeopardy and Ashes Discord.
Everyone that wants to play it knows that already. So, yeah.
That's true. There we go.
Arun's way ahead of me, but yeah. I'm not plugging more. I don't need to do that.
Good stuff. Well, look, thank you both very much. I'll let you go as I display the final leaderboard. I'll put you back in the green. But thanks again, and we'll see you again soon.
See you
Thank you very much.
Cheers, guys.
Dan.
Let's pop Dan back in the green room, and there we go. Right. So, because of that breakage, which I'm hoping I've now caught, it should have been caught anyway. So what it was is it was trying to send a Hackbox message to a player that didn't have a Hackbox account, and that's only possible because players apparently join the lobby players when they type in chat, even without a Hackbox thing. Now, I thought I'd done a catch for all Hackbox commands going out to the audience, but I guess I missed a couple on the elsewhere in that class. So I have now caught those, and I'm hoping that has fixed the problems. What it does mean is that when I reveal these scores, they won't necessarily be accurate because you've got your round 1 scores yet to go on, but all the data will be saved, and I will manually add it on, and I will announce in the Discord this week who our 7 are going to be. This will give you an idea, but remember there is 1 round omitted from this data. So let's take a look at our leaderboard at the end of that. That's very interesting. Clive with 1,076 there. But at least there's no reference exception. Why's it done it in that order? Okay, this is a very random order that it's doing things in. But those are the points such as they are. It will show the top 8 in a minute. What the fuck is going on with this leaderboard? I mean, it's quite funny, actually. But I've no idea why it's doing it. Why is that one there? It's just that strap just appears to be in, like, the wrong place. Okay, so we're getting into our top 8. So bear in mind what your scores are. These players, and I will pause the build when they are revealed, they look like our players. Stravdi, Otley, Fetz, Zeus, Matt, Arun, and Jogging. However, bear in mind, we have got one more round to go, and there are only 10 points between Claire and Stravdi. This is pending review. Pending review. I might go and have a little look at the previous game's data. Not in public, though, because that will be quite interesting. If anything else, just to check that it is actually storing properly. Stored data, 3rd of June, Sam vs. Quizzy Dan without a number. Player data. Yeet! Let's yeet that over there. And, okay. I'm going to have to pause that another time. But, yeah. It's stored, put it that way. And the data that I'm looking at now is that data there. So I can... oh, yes. And also, I can see titles there. So I'm not going to look at that much longer. But the data, as you can see, just for transparency, the data is all there. It looks like Jogging is going to be in with a good chance of getting in, but don't count any chickens. Those are our players. Jogging, Claire, Matt, Zeus. Sorry, Jogging, Arun, Matt, Zeus, Fett, Otley, Stravdi. Provisional players, but we have got to do a recount. Oh yeah, so I was wondering why I haven't got a button. It's because I paused the build. So let's unpause the build, and hopefully I'll get a button now. Last chance to suggest a title. Why the fuck is the leaderboard doing that? I have no idea what's going on there. Oh no, the leaderboard has been locked. So I need to pick a title now, title of our episode. I'm going to have a quick scan through them. When we come back after the break, we are going to be playing Risky Business, a pack written by Riff. Hopefully there won't be any more bugs. We'll find out. Right, there's a few. I was tempted just to go with "oh fuck." Pacification of the dog. I quite like that. The one with all the borks. The traditional no-referencing section of Game Night Buzz-Off Edition. Yeah, quite. That's a good one. This is a devishly fun game. Very nice. Quiz has got catfish live on stream. Yeah. Sorry about that. I don't think it was a catfish, but well, fuck. We'll edit that out in post. Oh, that could be a winner. That one's a really strong contender. Oh. I reckon I know whose that is. So, variables. Well, there's lots of really good suggestions in there. I'm not going to spend too much time on it because I know this was a bit of dead time in the last series. But we'll be right back with Risky Business. I am going to go with that. I've changed my mind. The one I was umming about a comedy of program errors, which I really like because of the Shakespeare reference. You obviously know me very well, and I think Shakespeare reference it is gonna do well. But I'm not going to go with that. I'm going to go with this one. Thank you all. Thank you to Dan and to Samson. Thank you to our audience players for playing along. Thanks to Colo and Score for all their work behind the scenes on this. We'll be back with Risky Business in just a few minutes, and you have been watching. We'll edit that out in post. See you in a sec. To answer the questions that are coming out are RE pennies, it is your score divided by 10 is what your pennies, and they should have been updated. I refresh the app. If you check your penny count, I reset them this morning. They should now all be up to date. But yeah, pennies divided by 10. There we go. But none for the hot seat players, I'm afraid. Well, that was all moderately successful. There's only one restart, 2 restarts, I suppose. Oh, bollocks, I didn't mean to do that. No, I need to move that entire thing into a used folder, which I don't have. Folder, used. So I'll put the camera back on a second. Colo, thank you very much for those questions, and I'm looking forward to the rest of this tournament over the coming weeks. After the break, though, is the return after a season hiatus of Risky Business. It's a pack by riff. It's really good fun. You're not going to want to miss it. Stay right there. Don't touch that dial. I normally say that over the music, don't I? Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Also, I'm going to play some adverts if you're not subbed. But we won't start the next game without you. Okay, thanks. God, I have missed this theme tune. Welcome to Risky Business. If I focus on the right window. There we go. Yeah, this one's got an internal cam and a built-in chat, so we can go full screen. Hurrah, because the chat box doesn't cover anything. I hope this works. I have updated the penny system, so pennies should still be good. But, oh my god, it's been so long since we played Risky Business. Last time, the last pack that was loaded was November. No, that can't be right. Is it November? No, but I guess it probably is November. No. Yes, because it wasn't in Season 10, which started after Christmas. Wow. Well, what a way to come back with a pack by Riff Raccoon. Do come and join the game. Test mode is off, that's good. Toot, Fleur Fernando, Opsimaths. Welcome to the stream. Opsimaths, welcome to our little corner of the internet here. I hope you're well. And yes, a pack by Riff Raccoon for this Risky Business return this evening. Nice to see there's only like 2 suggestions coming up in on the Buzz-Off stuff, because the tournament started, so all the dev stuff is hopefully now done, barring 1 or 2 little things which I will tweak before next Saturday, which is when the first game is going to be of the tournament proper. Yeah, that's all very exciting. What was I going to say? I was going to say something else. It's been a while since we played it, so it's lovely to see so many of you come to join. Variable hiatus extends nerves. That works. VAGN. VN. The Riff saying he thinks it's a fun pack. I think it's a fun pack as well. Not without its momentary challenges, of course, but certainly still a lot of fun. So we'll give it till the end of the this loop before we lock this lobby. I think this has got any time entry on it. It's been so long since we've done it. Fortunately, there is one button that I need to press to make it work. This is one that is going to be a contender for hackboxification. It's on my list of things that need to be remade. Incidentally, this just in. Score count is currently going through the logs of the game, the event logs and the player data logs that were saved, because it saves the player data at the end of each round. So we've got your round 1 scores. Score is going to go through the data. He's got a spreadsheet for it, and fingers crossed, we will have results for you by the end of the stream. One thing I do need to change is that leaderboard strat. What the fuck was that all about? That was very strange, that leaderboard strat. The 8th position being like halfway up. Yes, we may have some breaking news at the end of the stream as to who are in. Score count, he did give you a warning that if you changed your answer to get some free points. So, for example, if you were wrong, because it will have logged all of your answers from the first attempt. So if you changed your answer, he is going to dock points as well for that one. And likewise, if you had a go on the second attempt that also broke, he's going to dock points there. So we are only going to give you your first answer. Hopefully everyone played an honest game there, but there is potential for players to lose a couple of points if they did change their answer, because we did say keep the same answer. Well, forgive the second attempt, but on the third, anyone who did shenanigans, indeed. We'll also say if you didn't give an answer on the first one, but then did give one on the second, we will take your first answer that you gave. I think that's the plan. We've gone through enough of this loop. How many players have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20. Wow, 30 players. It's good to see. Hope you're ready to play Risky Business. Let's get this game underway. And there you all are on the left-hand side. Lovely, lovely. And of course, I can toggle your points and your avatars. That's the only other button that I've got on this. So, Risky Business is a game of risk-taking, and it's a game of, using intuition as well as knowledge. I'll explain the rounds as we go, because it's been a while, so a refresher will probably be warranted. And I recognise we've got a couple of new players in as well who might be hearing the rules for the first time. So we'll go through the rules, don't panic. All I will say, though, is that you need to whisper all of your answers to Persephone's Twitch bot. She is the dedicated channel bot. Whisper your answers to her and keep your eye on the chat, because when the question is in chat, the question is live, even if it's not live on your screen. Because if you're running on 5 or 6 seconds of latency, the question will be live at my end before it is live on the stream. So keep your eye on the chat. When the question is in the chat, the question is live. Let's go to round one. Round one. I've missed doing that dance. Round one is favourable odds. You will be presented with a question and 5 options. More than one of the options may be a correct answer. You need to only submit one letter for each question within 15 seconds. A, B, C, D, or E. Just one letter. Number of correct answers reduces with each question, whilst the amount of points you score increases. So, for example, on the first one, there'll be 4 out of 5 of them will be right. It's worth 2 points. The next one, 3 of them will be right. It's worth 3 points. The next one, only 2 are correct, and it's worth 5. Answering a question incorrectly at any time will reduce your score to 0. For the first 3 questions, though, abstaining will not affect your score. So if you don't know and you don't want to guess, you don't want to take that chance, you can abstain and preserve the points you've already won. To play question 4, you must choose to risk your points when prompted. If you do not want to play, do nothing. Your score will be banked and it will be safe and won't be able to be touched. Question 4 has 5 options, only 1 correct answer. If you pick the right one, your score is doubled. Otherwise, you lose everything. And if you abstain, if you choose to risk, you must answer. If you abstain on the risk question, it's treated as a wrong answer. There are 3 sets of 4 questions in round 1 with a maximum of 60 points available. One thing I will say for the risk question is that you get the options but not the question. So that's an extra factor to consider. If you're not sure, you'll pick it up as we go. The salient factor, I'll whisper one letter to Persephone's Twitch bot for each one. If you're ready, let's go. First board. 0. 3, 1, 2, 4. A word that appeared on the instructions for round 1. We literally just showed you. So 4 of these are correct. You get 2 points if you can find one. 5 seconds. Here are the ticks. Oh, Nando! You found the one wrong there. 2. There is no 2 on those instructions. 0, 3, 1, and 4. I'm not going to read them again for you. You just have to take my word for it. But I did double check them, and they haven't changed since last season. The numbers can be found in reduce your score to 0. A total of 3 sets of 4 questions, and question 4 has 5 options and only 1 correct answer. But apart from that, there are no 2s in those instructions, I'm afraid. So bad luck if you're wiped out on that one. You whispered to score. You weren't paying attention. Oh, dear me. Never mind. Still plenty more points to go. Most players getting 2 points there. Let's go on to the next one. 3 correct answers here. 3 points if you can find one. You don't have to play. You can abstain to preserve those points. Here are your options. Sus your bikinis. Burn sis yikes. Busy kisser sin. Sissy bike runs. Ibises ruin sky. An anagram of risky business. Not that one. Not that one. Oh dear. A lot of boying here. An awful lot of boying. Sussy bikinis and ibises ruin sky. Both of those have got 3 eyes. There are only 2 eyes in risky business. David and Nexonator are preserving their points that they've won so far. They're staying on 2. Nando getting his 3. A lot of other people getting up to 5, but quite a few wiping out on that one as well. Don't worry, we've got another question to go. Busy Kisser Sin, the most popular answer there. On to the next. 2 correct answers here. 5 points if you can find one of them. But remember, a wipeout if you're wrong. No penalty for abstention. Here are your options. A 1995 Tom Cruise movie. An edition of The Sims. This game. Lehman Brothers in 2008. An episode of House. Something that cannot be described as risky business. Nicely done. In addition to The Sims and a 1995 Tom Cruise movie, you're not falling into the little heffalump trap there. I thought the Tom Cruise red herring was fair as the year is so far off. It's a very 80s movie, and you don't have to play the question if you don't want to. So, yeah, Tom Cruise is quintessentially 80s, released in 1983. He did not star in any 1995 movies. This game is very much risky business. The Lehman Brothers were very much operating risky business in 2008, and there is an episode of House called Risky Business as well. The Sims and the Tom Cruise movie were safe answers there. Well done if you found one. 5 points. Let's. What's the expression in this one? It's oh, hello, Fired. Welcome on in. We'll have to just do it like that so we can see everyone without me having to scroll too much. Bobby Seagull like this. Let's put the points in the bank, but we're not doing that yet. Right. The next one. You'll get the options, but without the question. You have to decide if you're going to risk it or not based on the options alone. If you choose to risk, type R or risk when prompted. And you must answer if you do that. If you risk, you must answer the question. If you don't risk, or if you haven't got any points, you won't be able to risk, unfortunately. So you will not be able to play this question. But if you choose to play, then you must give me an answer. Abstentions will be treated as wrong. A lot of players on 10 points. The top 13 players on the maximum of 10. For double points, let's see if you want to play. Options are 10 points, 16 points, 20 points, 4 points, 6 points. Bank or risk? If you want to bank, leave it blank. If you want to bank, leave it blank. If you want to play, type R or risk to the bot now. It's up to you. You go red if you're risking. Ooh, okay. How many have we got? 12 players choosing to risk on this question, including 5 of them with 10 points. Fetz, Maxio, Rushme, Simpsons Angle, and Shapes, all choosing to risk the full 10 here. A few others risking a few less than that. If you're not risking, your points are in the bank and they are safe. But here is a question, 15 seconds. Good luck. Answering every question at random, what is the most probable non-zero score at the end of this set of 4? Not this round, this set of 4 questions. Sorry, I meant to correct that. And you're out of time. It's 20. Now, there is a reason for this, and Riff and I had quite an intense discussion about this yesterday because I refused to accept it. So you're most likely, but it is correct, your most likely score using this strategy, answer everything at random, is 0. To score points, you must get questions 3 and 4 correct, because if you get either wrong, you'll have 0. Okay, so you must get 3 and 4 correct. We have to assume that from the beginning if you're going to get a non-zero score. The minimum you can score is therefore 5 points for question 3, doubled up to 10. However, on questions 1 and 2, you are more likely to get them right, than you are to get them wrong. Therefore, you could get 1 right and 2 wrong. That'd be a different score from 1 wrong and 2 right. The most likely scenario is that if you get 3 and 4 right, and you're playing at random, you're also going to get 1 and 2 right. Therefore, the most probable non-zero score is maximum points. Hashtag maths is fun. I think that's I answered at random. You answered at random, hoping for the best. Well, there we go. Well done to Stimson's Angle, who did get double points there. Rushmead and Next and 80 are going to wipe out those points because you didn't give me an answer, and everyone else wiped out with a wrong one, I'm afraid. Let's put the points into the bank anyway, and we'll start again. Start all over again. Another set of 4. We've had a little risky business set there. Let's see what this next set is going to bring. 5 answers, 4 of them are correct. 2 points if you can find one, and your options are: a landscaping firm based in Philadelphia, a mosaic by Mark Schagel, a set of violin concertos by Tchaikovsky, a band formed in New Jersey, and a hotel chain headquartered in Toronto. Something that's a or the 4 seasons. Come on, gang, you know better than this. It's never Tchaikovsky. Someone put the emote up there. It's never Tchaikovsky. Come on. The 4 seasons are by Vivaldi. Vivaldi, not Tchaikovsky. But yes, all the others are 4 seasons. Let's read the right notes out. Yeah, the concertos are by Vivaldi, not Tchaikovsky. All of the others are 4 seasons. 4 seasons, total landscaping, where Donald Trump had his famous press conference after losing the election. Am I stretchy? I personally like Stretchy Ben. Why am I stretchy? Is it? Is it? I suppose maybe slightly. Hang on, let me see if I can do it. So you've got me all anxious now. Background mask, cam. There we go. What's the material on that? Oh, it's a render texture. I can't change it in real time. Well, I probably could, but I'm not going to because I'll break something. It's stretchy. I'm fine, big stretchy. By the way, I'm fine with that. Let's play on. Well done, most players getting 2 points there. Here are your next set of options: Zimmer, Primavera, Herbst, Poivre, Salz. A season in a European language. Rudy Giuliani. Yes, you're right, David. Sorry, it was Giuliani who was at that press conference. Couple of people abstaining there. Cola and Rushmead wiping out with Poivre and Salz. Primavera, Herbst, and Zimmer were the answers. Oh, this is such a clever question. You'll like this. Primavera means spring in Spanish. Herbst means autumn in Dutch. And Zimmer means winter in Polish. Salz is salt in German. And Poivre is pepper in French, which are seasonings, not seasons. Yeah, Pruse was there. Salt and pepper in another language. So seasonings, but not seasons, I'm afraid. Well done if you got some points. Let's clear the board. Is it clear the board that I say in here? There's a rack attack. Is that what that emote's called? Nice. On we go. There are 2 correct answers here and 5 points available if you can find them. And your options are ANG, ALG, ARG, AUT, ANT. A country where it's summer in January, by International Olympic Committee code, of course. Maybe you don't have to play. 5 points if you're right. A few of you falling into Riff's little heffalump trap there. ANG is Angola and ARG is Argentina. Both of those have a summer January. ANT is Antigua and Barbuda up in the Northern Hemisphere. ALG is Algeria, which is, I think, in North Africa, both of which are Northern Hemisphere. AUT is Austria, not Australia. I believe Australia is AUS. So bad luck if you've fallen into that little heffalump trap. If you've got no points, I'm afraid you cannot risk on this question. But my, we've got 16 players on the maximum of 10 risk here. Let's see what you want to do with this one. Remember, there's only one correct answer, double points if you're right, but if you choose to risk, you must play. Options, are olive oil, peanut oil, walnut oil, coconut oil, sesame oil. Bank or risk? If you want to bank, leave it blank. But type R if you want to risk. Unfortunately, you can't if you've got no points. He shakes, I never learn. Just a smattering this time. Just 8 players choosing to risk on this. 4 of them, so half of the players risking have got the maximum points. Let's see if we can have a more favourable outcome than last time. Good luck, here is the question. A neutral oil, good for seasoning cast iron pans. One of those is neutral, the others are not. Sam, Claire? And you're out of time, I'm afraid. Peanut oil is a neutral oil. It's one with very mild flavour that won't impact the overall taste, which is why one is important for seasoning pans. Walnut oil, olive oil, coconut oil, and sesame oil all have very distinctive flavours. Well done to Pyropygmy and to Shapes, doubling up their points, and bad luck to Pruse, Clive Arden, Fetson, it's Sotley, and to Clarence Samster, who didn't give an answer. You're going to wipe out there. Let's put the points in the bank. And Simpsons Angle at the top with 25. Innes, Mark, Jogging, and Shapes all on 20. David on 17, currently in third. A few players yet to score. We've got one more set of 4 questions coming your way. Have a look at this. 4 correct answers there, 2 points if you can find one. And the options are Modern Family, Friends, Cheers, MASH, Frasier. A show that ran for 11 seasons and is thus as successful as Game Night. A lot of boing in here. Wow, that was the most popular answer was Friends. No, Friends only ran for 10 seasons. All the others were 11, I'm afraid. But should have figured that was Australia. Yeah, indeed so. So we've had a round on Risky Business, we've had a round on Season, and we've now got a round, what it looks like, on 11. 11 seems to be the theme, or possibly 11 seasons. Well done if you picked up some points there. Let's pop them in the bank, or not yet, or let's reset the board. Whatever my catchphrase is at this point. We'll go on to the next one. 3 correct answers here, 3 points if you can find one. Options are base 10, base 15, base 0, base 8, base 3. A base in which 11 is a square number. Remember, you don't have to play. I will remind you, you do not have to play. If your maths is as good as mine, I have to have Riff explain this to me and I still didn't understand. But apparently you just add 1 to the base. So base 3 gives 4, base 8 gives 9, and base 15 gives 16. Base 0 doesn't follow this rule, as the only number you can represent in base 0 is 0. But base 10 and base 0 were the incorrect answers. 15, 8, and 3 were all correct. And I think I'm now understanding it. So 1, 1 is actually, it's not 11, it's 1, 1. 1, 1 in base 15 would be 16. 1, 15, and 1, 1. I now understand it, Riff. I've got it. I've got there. I never did bases in GCSE mathematics, so I've understood it now. So base 8 is 1, 8, and one other one, which gives you 9, which is a square number. I'm there. Oh, bloody hell. We were at that for about 20 minutes last night. Riff was trying to get me to understand that. Oh, little victories, right? Little victories. Let's clear that board. One more question, 2 before the risk question. 2 correct answers amongst these 5. 5 points if you can find one. You do not have to play. Good luck. And your options are MLB, NFL, NBA, MLS, NHL. A league in which there has never been an 11-0 final scoreline. Quite a few sitting that one out, and I don't blame you, but a few getting it right. MLB, NFL, and NHL were the incorrect answers. They have had an 11-0 scoreline. NBA and MLS have. 11 goals is the most scored in total in an MLS game, but the score was 7-4. There have been 9 11-0 games in the NHL. There's been 1 NFL game that finished 11-0 in 1982. And the lowest scoring NBA game was a 37-point affair in 1950, finishing 1918. In MLB, it has happened lots of times. I like baseball, says Riff. So, well done if you did get some points. How many have we got with the maximum risk? 5 players with the maximum risk going into the risk question. Let's clear the board and see what we want to do. So if you've got some points, you can choose to risk this one if you like, but remember, you don't see the question and you must give me an answer. Abstention is treated as wrong. You don't have to, and your points can go in the bank, or your risk can go in the bank if you like, but there's only one correct answer, and your options are Epworth Sleepiness Scale, Apgar Score Scale, Richter Scale, Glasgow Coma Scale, Beaufort Scale. Bank or risk? Bear in mind the theme that has been coming in through this round. Sorry, Scores just sent me a message. Application for the what? Can you confirm what you mean? The application form back in Norwich. Okay, confirm what you mean there, Score, because I'm confused. 10 players have chosen to risk on this one. No one with the maximum risk. So the maximum risk in this is 8. Simpsons Angler and Matt the Ref both risking 8 here. Everyone else with 10 has put their points in the bank. We've got 2 on 7 shapes. Mr. Vertigo provided Samster and Next Nature on 5. Pyro Pygmy and Zeus just risking the 3. Best of luck, one correct answer, and the question is... It doesn't go up to at least 11. It doesn't go up to at least 11. And at least everyone got an answer in that time, but unfortunately not everyone was right. 4 of you getting the right answer there. The Apgar Score Scale. It's the correct answer. So going through them, the wrong answers. The Beaufort scale goes up to 12, with 11 being a violent storm. The Glasgow Comus scale combines eye, verbal, and motor response into a 3 to 15 point scale, while the Epworth Sleepiness scale combines 8 questions for a 0 to 24 scale. Now, this one surprised me, the Richter scale one. Whilst the highest earthquake on record was a magnitude 9.5, the Richter scale actually, technically, theoretically, has no upper limit. The APGAR score measures the health of a newborn baby based on 5 categories: skin, colour, pulse, reflexes, muscles and respiration. Each category is rated from 0 to 2, giving a maximum score of 10. So APGAR is what you wanted there. Well done if you got some points. Let's pop them in the bank. That is the end of the round. Let's check out the scores. Well, here we go. We've got 2 players yet to get off the mark, Clive and Itsotley, but don't worry, still plenty more points available. Puzzledan, Maxio on 2, Rushmead and Opsimat on 5, Stilgar's got 7, Natter's on 8, Samster and Ardenfetz are on 10, Zeus is on 11, Prugs, Mr. Vertigo and Claire all on 15, Pyro Pygmy's got 16, Fernando and David have 17, Shapes, Bassoonist, Jogging, Fired, BC and AB are all on 20. Podo Nuevo's got 22, Kolo's got 23, Stimpson's Angles and Oni and Innis are on 25, and our top 3, Matt the Ref on 26, Mark on 27 and Toot on 29. Still a way to go though, 2 more rounds. Should we go on to round 2? I think we could go on to round 2. Read the instructions. This is my advice. Oh, that one. Oh, I see. Oh, okay, fine. Shit, that's in another Chrome window. Give me a sec. Can I invite you to that to be an editor? Sorry, hang fire just a minute. I just need to send Score some data, application data. Buzz off application form, share. Can you ping me an email address, Score, and I'll... oh, actually, I can just send anyone with... send me an email address and I'll fire that over. Hopefully it'll let you actually edit it. Great email address. Oh, crap, no. Okay, add peoples and groups. There we go. Let's give you editor and send. Hopefully that lets you edit it and get to the back end as well. Ping me if you need permissions. Right, hopefully everyone's had a good read while I've been sorting that out with Score. And I'll minimise that Chrome window. So you're going to be given a question and 9 options. Anything from 4 to 7 will be a correct answer. Submit as many options as you like within 60 seconds. Syntax isn't important here, so you can separate them with a comma or a space or a full stop, or just give me a single string of letters. You can do answers either as a single message of several letters or individual letters one at a time. So you can go A and then enter and then B and then enter and then C and then enter, or you can go A, B, C and enter all in one go. It doesn't really mind which way you do it. For each correct answer submitted, you get 5 points. However, if you give me any wrong answers, you get 0. Scores are banked after each board, and there's a total of 3 boards in the round, which means there's 60 to 105 points available, depending how many right answers Riff has given you. Remember, anything from 4 to 7 will be correct, but I'm not going to tell you how many because, well, where's the risk in that? Those are the rules. You've got 1 minute to answer each board, and your first board is... spinach, soybeans, ready-made short crust pastry, mozzarella cheese, pepper, dried tarragon, large eggs, single cream, milk. Ingredients in the official recipe for coronation quiche. And be careful, their majesties are very picky on the specifics. Okay, answers coming in now. I've missed this music so much. Right, everyone but Fired has given at least 1 answer. You go blue when you give me 1 answer. Few seconds left. Remember, their majesties are very, very picky. Here come the ticks. Need your answers. Can't brain tonight. And there we go. Green if you've managed to pick up some points. Red if you've wiped out. And, oops, focus on the right window, Ben. 12 players picking up some points there. There were 5, nobody getting all of them, interestingly, but there were 5 correct answers: spinach, soybeans, ready-made short crust pastry, pepper, and milk. The incorrect answers: mozzarella cheese, dried tarragon, single cream, and large eggs. I mean, it's very mean, I think, but the incorrects are all sneaky, but we did warn you the Royals were fussy. It's double cream, not single cream, fresh tarragon, not dried, cheddar cheese, not mozzarella, and medium eggs, not large. Yes, it doesn't show you if you got anything right or wrong till the end. But well done, Nexinator, finding 4 of those. Oni and Jogging, Fernando, Mr. Vertigo, Zeus, Sapster getting 3, Toot and Innis and Bassoonist, David getting 2, and Puzzledan getting the 1. 5 points for every correct answer you got, as long as you didn't get any wipeouts there. Let's clear the board and put the points into the bank. Oni jumping into the lead now with 40, Toots in second with 39, Innis and Jogging tied up in third with 35. On to the next board. Options are Russia, Mexico, Japan, Canada, Germany, New Zealand, China, Madagascar, and Norway. Countries in which the common raccoon is commonly found in the wild. There is your obligatory, mandatory raccoon question from a Riff Raccoon pack. Let's have your answers. Well, everyone but Fider's got one in. Fider may be AFK at this point. Remember, at least 4 of these are right. Might be as many as 7. Bruce, to your question in suggestions about more than one title in Buzz Off. Here come the ticks, by the way. Last chance to get some answers in. There's a bit more green up there this time, which is nice. I'll go through that in just a minute. Yeah, Pruse, to your point, 16 players getting some points there, about not accepting more than one title. It's a streamlining thing, because I spent a lot of time going through old titles and wasted a lot of time there. I mean, I could allow players to submit more than one, but I think it makes players think of the funniest thing they can think of rather than just typing at random, because we often ended up people would get like 7 or 8 titles in, and then the odds of probability are I was going to pick one of theirs, and also it just streamlines my decision process just a little bit as well. So just answering that question from suggestions. So Canada, the most popular answer there, no surprises there. Japan 40%, Russia, Mexico, and Germany the other correct answers. Wrong answers: New Zealand, Norway, Madagascar, and China. While raccoons are native to the Americas, they have established a significant presence in other regions, most notably Germany and Japan, either through deliberate introduction or as escaped pets. There is a raccoon character in the Madagascar movie universe. You may be thinking of raccoon dogs in China, which are definitely not raccoons, I'm afraid. So, well done if you got some points there. Nexinator Pyro, just Nexinator and Pyro picking up 4. Again, there were 5 available there. We've got one more puzzle to go, one more board. And Toots back in the lead with 54. Jogging moves to second now with 50. Innocent only tied for third with 45. Here is puzzle board number 3. Options are AKA the Huang Hei, The Incredibles' Little Miss Disappear, 20% Cool and My Little Pony, author of The Quiet American and Brighton Rock, played by Tracy Ellis Ross in Blackish, that, Gifted New Age Children, an 1866 Strauss Waltz, and Portal video game bundle. It contains exactly one colour. Sequoiadea? Possibly? Make Ben say things. Okay, last few seconds to get an answer in. Rush me, Five Colo. Chance here. Here come the ticks. Last 5 seconds. Oh, a lot of green. A lot of green happening there. Focus on the right window, Ben. Lot of green going on there because a lot of answers. 7 available. No one getting all 7. Maximum was 5. Samsa and Natter both picking up 5 correct answers. Let me just go through this. So first of all, My Little Pony and Tracy Ellis Ross in Blackish. They are both rainbows. Blackish character is Rainbow Johnson and the My Little Pony character is Rainbow Dash. Sequoia are the subfamily of trees known as redwoods, the redwood sequoias. Portal was released as the orange box. Huanghei is also known as the yellow river. The author is Graham Greene. The Strauss-Watts is the Blue Danube. The New Age concept of gifted, sometimes supernatural children is Indigo Children. And the Incredibles character is Violet. The observant among you may have spotted we have a red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, rainbow, which was a hint to the wrong answers, which were both rainbows. Happy Pride Month, everybody, as well. So, a nice question there. From Riff, a topical question as well. Well done if you did pick up some points. We're going to put those in the bank. We're going to check out the scores at the end of round 2. Toot with a lead of 74, Innis, Oni and Jogging, and Samster with a 4-way tie of 65. Next Nater currently in the bronze medal position with 60. David on 57, Mark 52, Prugs on 50, Mr. Vertigo 45, Apodo and Stilgar on 42, Pyro and Zeus on 41, BC's got 40, Fernando 37, Matt on 36, AB Me, Stimpson's Angle, Bassoonist, Shapes all on 35, Nat has got 33, Ardenfet's on 30, it's Otley 25, Kodo 23, Claire and Fired on 20, Maxio on 12, Clive on 10, Puzzle Dan on 7, Opsimath's on 5 and Rushmead on 5, but still all to play for because there's a lot of points available in this final round. Let's go there now. Round 3 is this or that. You will be presented with a question and 2 options. One is correct, one is incorrect. Submit A or B within 7 seconds. Answering a question correctly gives you increasingly more points. So you get 1 for the first, 2 for the second, 1 for the first, 2 for the second, 3 for the third, and so on. Answering so triangle numbers, I suppose, would be an easy way of describing that. Answering a question incorrectly at any time will reduce your score to 0 and reset your correct answer streak. Abstaining from a question will bank your points and reset your correct answer streak. So if you abstain, you bank your points, but you start again. So think about how you want to play it. With 15 questions, and there's a maximum of 120 points available because that's how triangle numbers work. We've seen it happen a couple of times, but not very often people get 15 out of 15. But 2 options. How hard can it be? This, I think, is probably my favourite endgame of my originals. I think this is my favourite endgame. We'll see what happens. A or B, and it does go quickly, so keep your eyes on the chat. Good luck. Round 3. This or that. A or B. Options are 2, 1. 1 plus 1 equals what? A or B? It's 2. Maths in it is the only note I've got there. Or math in it because Riff is from the other side of the pond. Well done. Nice easy start. 15 consecutive maths questions. Could be. Let's go on. Question 2. This or that, A or B. Options are 61 days. 62 days. January plus July. 62 days. Also math in it. 31 plus 31 will give you 62, 75% getting that well played. A couple of people banking their points. We will put that into the bank. Toot with the lead of 75. Innocent, Oni and Samster with 3 points of risk, all on 65 behind. Could be an advantage for them. Let's go on. Question 3. This or that, A or B. Options are 263 million people. 213 million people. Nigeria plus Canada. More people going for the wrong answer than the right answer, but a lot of abstentions there. The answer was 263 million people. Nigeria has approximately 225 million people, while Canada has about 38 million. So 263 is what we wanted. Let's put the points into the bank. Toot still with the lead, but there's a lot of wiped out risk at the top there. David with the current risk lead of 6. A few others as well. Pyro Pygmy, Shapes, Ardenfett, and it's Sotley, Claire, Clive, all with a risk streak of 6. Let's go on to question 4. This or that, A or B. Options are Beefalo, Buffamoo, Buffalo plus cow. It's Beefalo. I fully agree with Riff, though, when he says Buffamoo would be a much better name. Beefalo is what we wanted. David putting 6 in the bank. Rushmead putting 3 into the bank there. Let's add those points to the bank. Still a few players with a maximum risk of 10. Toot still with a lead of 75 as we go on to question number 5. This or that, A or B options are Tangelo, Nectar Plum, Nectarine plus Plum, it's a Nectar Plum. 50% of you getting that one. Pyropygmy and Clive now with the risk lead of 15. Next Nater, Stilgar putting 3 in. Opsimats putting 1 into the bank there. We'll add them to the bank. It's a Nectar Plum. A Tangelo is a citrus reticulata, such as a tangerine crossed with a citrus maxima, such as a pomelo or a grapefruit. On we go. Question number 6. This or that, A or B. Options are Pebbles, Bam Bam, Fred plus Wilbur equals that would be Pebbles. Bam Bam is the son of the Rubbles and both Fred Flintstone's godson and son-in-law. 78% of you getting that. Pyropygmy and Clive still with a risk streak of 21. Keep an eye on that risk column because that risk streak can get very, very powerful as we go on. It goes up, starts to go up rather quickly. And Pyropygmy with 41 in the bank already could be contention for getting into the top spot if they keep it up. Let's put the points into the bank that need to go there. As we move on to question number 7, this or that, A or B options are 1903 Physics Nobel, 1903 Chemistry Nobel, Becquerel plus the Curies. Fired now, the only player with a maximum risk streak, Clive wiping out on that one. It's the Physics Nobel. Pyropygmy up to 28 points of risk and 41 in the bank. That's a potential score of 69. Nice. That could put you into the top flight, Pyropygmy. Keep up the good work, as it were, if you want to get into that medal position. Whilst also an excellent band name, Becquerel and the Curies won the prize in physics for their work in radioactivity. Just 31% getting that one right. A lot of people wiping out. Bassoon is putting 6 in the bank. David Stimpson's Angle putting 3 in the bank. Capote putting 1 in the bank. Let's put them there now. Toot still with the bank lead of 75. Oni is just behind on 68. Both have got 3 points of risk, but Innes has got a potential tying score, 65 in the bank plus 10 points of risk. Pyropygmy with 28 of risk and 41 in the bank is going to, if Pyropygmy gets this one right, will have the potential highest score. Lots of things to think about as we go to question number, the next one, which I think is 8. This or that, A or B options are Tritone, Perfect Fifth, C plus G equals Pyropygmy calling it quits there, putting 28 into the bank. Mr. Vertigo putting in 10, Toot putting in 3. It's Perfect Fifth, C plus G. Riff's written, I think Ben can handle this one without a factoid. Yeah, that's true, I can. So a tritone is the devil's interval, which would be a C to an F sharp or C to a G flat. Diminished fifth or augmented fourth, depending on the context of the scale. But C plus G is always a perfect fifth. Such is the musical interval. Let's put the points into the bank, see what that does to the score. Pyropygmy staying up near the top. Not quite at the top, but is enough for second place. Toot also banking some points up to 78. Has got a 9-point clearance of Pyropygmy on 69, who is 1 point ahead of Oni, but Oni has got 6 points of risk, and Innes has got the potential highest score. A potential score of 80, 15 risk plus 65 in the bank. Keep an eye on Prugs as well. 15 points of risk and 50 in the bank. Could also be in contention. Let's go on to the next question. Question 9, this or that, A or B options are tzatziki, hummus, chickpeas plus tahini. That would be hummus. Hummus will often contain additional ingredients, but chickpeas and tahini are its base. Tzatziki, meanwhile, is a mix of yogurt, cucumber, and garlic. Very popular in Greece. We went to Santorini, you got tzatziki with everything. Well, then, if you got that, just puzzle down, putting the 1 point into the bank there. Risk lead goes to Innes and Prugs at the moment with 21. Keep an eye on both of those. They've still got that risk lead and substantial amounts in the bank, so it could all change. Still with 6 questions to go. 6 questions to go. For now, Toot is still at the top, Pyropygmy still in second, Oni still in third. But those risk columns are the ones to watch. Let's go on. Question 10, this or that, A or B. Options are Rogers and Hammerstein, Gilbert and Sullivan, William plus Arthur equals that would be Gilbert and Sullivan, Richard Rogers and Oscar Hammerstein, as opposed to W.S. Gilbert and Arthur Sullivan. William Schenck Gilbert and Arthur Sullivan, Richard Rogers and Oscar Hammerstein. Look at that. I did that without looking at my notes. Innes and Pruis continue their risk lead of 28, only putting 10 in the bank here. That could make for an interesting read on the board at the top. Next Nate putting in 6, Fernando Maxio putting in 3, Stilgart putting in 1. Let's put the points in the bank. Look at that. Toot and Oni are tied at the top, but Toot has got a slight advantage because he's got 3 points of risk behind. Could still lose it, but at the moment, Toot is in the lead. Next Senator currently in second with 70, Pyropygmy in third with 69. But again, Innes and Pruis, keep your eye on those two because stranger things have happened in this game. Also, Mark wants to keep an eye on currently with a potential score of 70, at 55 plus the potential 15. Lot to play for. Question number 11, this or that, A or B. Options are Baz Luhrmann, Spike Lee, Romeo plus Juliet equals Pruis and Innes continuing with 36. Big potential points happening there. Bassoon is putting 6 in the bank. Yeah, Baz Luhrmann was the answer. The 1996 Baz Luhrmann director version of Romeo and Juliet was stylized with a plus symbol to be all cool and modern and very, very 90s. Well done if you did get that one. Most players getting there. Let's put the points into the bank. 4 questions to go. Toot still with the lead. Toot and Oni still with the lead. Toot with the potential advantage. Next Nature on 70, Pyropygmy on 69. But Innes, Pruis, where's Mark gone? I've lost Mark. Oh, Mark, there he is. 21, 55. So 76 potential for Mark, 86 potential for Pruis, 101 potential for Innes here. So you're going to have to hope they make a mistake at some point. For now, let's go on. Question 12. This or that, A or B. Options are vinegar, salt, sodium plus chlorine, let's see the majority getting that one right. Nat is just putting a point in the bank. It's salt. Yes, science in it. Sodium chloride will give you salt. Hello, Kamikaze. Welcome to the stream just in time for the last few questions of Risky Business. We've got the Abyss coming up in a few minutes. So Innes and Pruis still creeping away as long as they can keep that risk alive. Let's go on to the next question. And it's still Toot and Oni with the potential behind. Question 13, this or that, A or B. Options are not many. Many. Iron plus tungsten equals I love this question so much. I thought this was so clever. Iron is Fe, tungsten is W. So we have FeW, few, as it were. Few, as in not many. And Kamikaze, welcome to the stream. Yeah, well done if you managed to work that one out. Very, very clever question from Riff there, which I sent him a message about it, so I said clap, 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 clap. Pruis is finally banking out here. Banking his 45, cutting his losses. That is going to give him the bank lead with 95 points. Innes still with 55 of risk. Mark and Shapes with 36 of risk. Mark with more in the bank. Shapes could cause some storms with 2 questions to go. It's all to play for, but lots of points going into the bank there. Let's see what it does to the leaderboard. Pruis has indeed taken the top 95, 2 on 78, but with 15 behind, could potentially get up to 93. But of course, there's still amassing points and there's 2 questions to go. Innes is still the one to watch, 120 potential points right there. I really couldn't call this. Top 3, very, very difficult to call. We've got 2 questions left. Question 14, this or that, A or B. Options are 6 hours I'm never getting back. 7 hours I'm never getting back. Avatar plus Avatar the Way of Water equals Innes is calling it a day, banking 55 points. Mark's calling it a day as well, 36 going in, and Toot as well, putting in 15. Matt putting in 10, only putting in 6 there. Few players getting it right, but it's 6 hours I'm never getting back. Avatar is 2 hours and 42. Way of the Water is 3 hours and 12 for a total of 5 hours 54, the better part of 6 hours. Not quite 7. Let's put the points in the bank with 1 question left. Innes in the lead with 120. Prugs in second with 95. Toots in third with 93. Is that all she wrote? Is this last question going to be academic? David could get 21, which would take him up to 87. So I think this is pretty much set in stone at this point, and this last question is going to be academic. BC on 28 could get up to 68 plus 7, 35, 75. Not going to be enough for a top spot. So I think we are done. It's going to be Innes, Prugs, and Toot. But one more question for y'all. This or that, A or B, options are 9 degrees clockwise, 9 degrees counterclockwise, 420 degrees clockwise plus 69 degrees counterclockwise equals 30.3% getting the correct answer, 9 degrees counterclockwise. You could argue that it should actually be 351 degrees clockwise, but it was an academic question. Anyway, this isn't as evil as it looks. 420 degrees clockwise is the same as 60 degrees clockwise, so 60 minus 69 means we must be turning counterclockwise just a little bit. In this case, 9 degrees counterclockwise. All the points are going to go into the bank, even if you've got a risk streak. BC and Clive finished with the highest risk streak of 36 at the end of that. That is the end of the question, the end of the round, and the end of the game. And the winner is Innes. Innes Carson singular. Sorry, I don't know where the extra S came from. Someone DM me to make sure I update that, because that's not right. There we have the gold medal, and it should automatically update. I think I've updated the pennies. Points equal pennies in this game as well. Innes with 120 points. Prugs finishing on 95, and Toot finishing with the bronze on 94. Innes are the winners. Oh, the winner. Yes, that was a good game. Have some GGs from me as well. Have multiple GGs. Excellent, good stuff. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for playing. Kamikaze finishing on 0 there, but I think you did join quite late. So, but whatever points you've got in the bank, we will convert those into pennies, and hopefully they'll be added on correctly in just a minute. Can I thank Riff very much indeed for a lovely pack? Great to see Risky Business back on the docket, and a really lovely pack to start us back off on that path. But don't go away, because I'm going to go refill my glass. I'm going to play some adverts if you're not subscribed. But when we come back, we are going to be playing the Abyss to round off the night, and our gold medalist. Maybe that's the reason Innes decided he's going to win, because he can't play the next game because he's written all of the questions for the Abyss. Great questions as well. Really good fun pack coming up, and I know the Abyss is a very popular game, so do stick around for it. Thanks again to Riff. Thank you to everybody for playing. I hope you had fun, and congratulations to Toot on the bronze, Prugs on the silver, Innes on the gold. Fingers crossed these are going to write, and I'll check at the end of the stream. See you for the Abyss in just a few minutes' time. Press the button.
Shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oo. Wop shawam, wop shawari wop, 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 shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oo. Wop shawam, wop shawari wop, 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 wop shawam, wop shawam, shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oo, ba-doo now.
I was just enjoying that music, because what a bop that is. Welcome return for Risky Business right there. We're going to take a very quick ad break, but when we return, The Abyss as written by Inca, and I can confirm, hot off the press, we have got our 7 finalists. All will be revealed at the end of The Abyss. In the interim, have some pennies, because I haven't done that yet, and because I'm going to force this one, because why not? Risky 69. 69 pennies, type Risky 69 if you would like them. I'm going to play some ads, but we won't start the next game without you. Results of the buzz-off bracket are coming up at the end of The Abyss, which is coming up after this break. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Matt the Ref cashing in his 100 pennies there. Remember, you can convert your micro pennies into full fat pennies with the requests. Pennies are the things that go into the prize draw at the end of the season, which is why Matt has just got another 100 there. I'm not just feeling charitable. Just going to go refill my glass, and I'll be right back with you. Welcome back to the third and final part of this evening's game night, where it is time for the Abyss. Not a cat, welcome to the stream. Oh, I think this was on the season 10 finale, and it's coming back for the season 11 opener to perform anything but abysmally in this game. Very good. Have a couple of honks for that. Right, again, is whispering to Persephone's Twitch bot for this game, and all of these questions have been written by our great friend Inca, and we're very grateful to him for all 50 questions in this game across 5 categories. If you want to play, type the code JMKM. Like me. We're going to get a full lobby. That'd be nice for a season opener. Probably not. I don't think we've quite got enough viewers for that. But 1, 2, 3. How many gaps? There's still a few gaps, but that's a very healthy number coming straight in to play the Abyss. Has got any time entry on it, but I'll give you a few minutes to come join if you want to play from the beginning. Give you a quick rundown of the rules, which will then be displayed on the screen, but I'll gloss over them. The objective of the game is to answer questions correctly. The more you get right, the more chance you have of getting into the Abyss Arena. If you get into the Abyss Arena, you have got 3 lives. If you lose all 3 lives, you drop into the Abyss and are out of the game and are replaced by another player in the wings. You're going to attempt to answer 40 questions in total. Players in the Abyss Arena at the end of question 40 will go into the final and face a further 10 questions to try and be Abyss survivors. We have had games in the past, many games, where nobody survives the Abyss and it takes them all, takes you all, but points equal pennies, pennies equal points times 5, I think. Yes, so whatever points you've got at the end in the wings, times it by 5, those are the pennies that you will get as your reward. There are no medals in this game, just the Abyss Survivor plaque, if you like, which you can only get if you are in the Abyss Arena, which you can only get by being chosen by the computer, but you are more likely to be chosen the more questions you have answered correctly out of the previous 5. Alright, so the previous 5 questions is running on a tally. So if out of the previous 5 questions you've got 3 and a vacancy becomes available, you essentially have 3 lottery tickets entered into a draw. If you've got 5 questions out of the last 5 and a vacancy becomes available, you have 5 lottery tickets going, and that's effectively how it works. And pro tip, answer every question, even if you're in the wings. Absolutely right, Kamikaze. They're crossword-style clues, so you'll get the letter count for all of them as well. There's a couple of variations on words, but generally speaking in this game, spelling will count. Spelling does matter in this game, so make sure you check your typing carefully. All of these questions have been provided by Inca, and they are fabulous. A really nice start to the season. I think we should get on with the game. Anytime entry is active, so if you are sort of lagging, you can come and join in at any point. JMKM if you want to join. Here's the rules again in written form. That's a good, healthy number. Attempt to answer up to 40 questions by whispering the answers to Persephone's Twitch bot. Use crossword clues to assist you as spelling matters. After the 5th question, 9 players will be selected to join the Abyss Arena, with players who have performed better given a higher chance. If players in the Abyss Arena answer a question incorrectly or abstain, they lose a life and drop a level. After the 3rd incorrect answer or abstention, they drop into the Abyss and are out of the game. Players from the wings will be selected to replace them with players who have performed better on the previous 5 questions, given a higher chance, as I explained just a minute ago. Arena players earn an extra life up to a maximum of 3 after successfully answering 5 consecutive questions. After question 40, the players in the Abyss Arena progress to the final. So that's about the level of it. You get an extra life if you get 5 consecutive, but they have to be consecutive. If you get one wrong and drop a level, it breaks your streak. So do expect, if you've not played this one before, there's generally quite a high turnover in the Abyss Arena. That's normal to be expected. You can get a second chance in, so if you drop into the Abyss, keep answering the questions in the rings, you might get another chance back in there. Best of luck to you all, and my favourite bit, this game runs automatically. So once I press the magic button, the computer takes over and I have no further input, which does make it more difficult to correct any breakages, but it means I just have to read the questions. Good luck to you all. Let's play. 15 seconds per question, 40 questions on the counter. Let's begin. Starting with fictional birds. Falco Lombardi, which 1993 video game? 4, 3, or 7, or 8, or 4, 4? So, first category is fictional birds. Name the work of fiction that each avian character appears in. That would be Star Fox, is what we wanted there. Star Fox. On to the next, you'll get all 5 categories at the front end of the game. Reverse Alphabetical, a brand of robotic vacuum cleaners developed by iRobot. 6 letters. Each answer is a word whose letters are in reverse alphabetical order. That's a Roomba, R-O-O-M-B-A, reverse alphabetical order. So for that category, and they won't always be in this order, but for that category, always in reverse alphabetical order. On to the next. 50 this month. This modern name of the country previously known as British Honduras. 6 letters. Each answer is a thing introduced or a person born in June 1973. Belize is what we wanted there. 50 this month. There's another 9 questions coming on that. Category 4. Mr. Men and Little Miss. In heraldry, mullet and estoile are varieties of this shape. Each answer appears in the name of a Mr. Men or Little Miss character. Each answer appears in the name of a Mr. Men or Little Miss character. That would be Little Miss Star, 1984. Little hint for you on that one. One more category to reveal, which is father of what nation? Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, 6 letters. Tell me what nation each historical figure is, according to Wikipedia, revered as the father of. Which nation are they the father of? Variety of difficulties across these questions. That answer there was Turkey. 4 players have got 5 out of 5. Not guaranteed, but most likely. Let's bring some players in. Colo enters with 3. There's Zeus coming in with 5. Toot also joining with a 5. David's joining us with a 4. Shapes is joining us with a 4. The Bassoonist coming in with a 2. The Nexonator coming in with a 5. It would be poetic if Samster didn't get in. With the only player with 5 not to get into the Abyss Arena. Riff coming in with a 4, and Kamikaze getting in with a 3. That is how this game goes, Samster. Can't be helped. Right, 35 questions to go. Here's the next. 50 this month. Tony Award-winning actor who played Barney in How I Met Your Mother. 4, 7, 6, or 6. Neil Patrick Harris, Colo, Bassoonist, Next Nature, and Kamikaze all losing life on that one. On to the next, reverse alphabetical. A sugary confection, or perhaps a player for Everton FC. Toffee, T-O-F-F-E-E. Bassoonist, Next Nature, and Kamikaze losing a life. Bassoonist, Next Nature, and Kamikaze poised over the abyss floor. Mr. Men, a Little Miss, a Pharrell Williams hit, the biggest selling song of 2015, 5 letters. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Happy! All players in the arena getting that one right. On to the next. Mahatma Gandhi, father of what nation? 5 letters. Everyone's answered. As ever, keep your eyes on the chat. And we've got a perfect board. Lovely to see. India was the answer. Yes, keep your eyes on the chat, because when the question's in chat, the question is live. Fictional birds, Odette, which 1877 ballet, 4-4. That would be Swan Lake and Kamikaze. You've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. You're going to be replaced by somebody. Ardenfets, welcome on into the Abyss Arena, currently on 6. Let's play on. 50 this month, the single release of this David Bowie ballad. You can leave off the question mark, 424. I actually don't know if it trims punctuation, so leave the question mark off, is my advice. It's a god-awful small affair. Life on Mars was the answer. Bassoonist, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out the game. Thank you for playing. Coda, that's 5 right in a row. Well played. You've got an extra life back up to the top flight. 1 column free. It's going to be taken by Sotley, currently on 9. Welcome to the Abyss Arena. Moving on. 29 questions to go. Fictional birds, Daffy Duck. Which cartoon series starting in 1930? 6 and 5. That'd be Looney Tunes. Zeus, you've lost a life. Poised above the abyss floor. Answer carefully. Next Nature, on the other hand, 5 right in a row. That's an extra life. You're back up to the middle level. Let's play on. Ho Chi Minh, father of what nation? 7 letters. Everyone in the arena's answered. Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City, which was renamed to, or was changed as the capital from that to Hanoi, I believe. Mr. Man and Little Miss describes a number which is the sum of its factors excluding itself. 7 letters. One of you math bots here. Maths bots. Notably, it's Otley's one of the last players to answer as our resident maths teacher. He did get it right though. Perfect. They are perfect numbers. Ardenfet's losing life, poised above the abyss floor. Answer carefully. Reverse alphabetical, a traditional bohemian dance style, a favourite of Weird Al Yankovic. 5 letters. One of his songs came on in the car on the way over in this wedding. Remember, the answer will be in reverse alphabetical order, and it will be a polka. P-O-L-K-A. Everyone in the arena getting that one right. Well played. Couple of 5s there, but already on the top flight, so no lives going out, and we reset your counter. Mr. Man and Little Miss, the famous nickname of the basketball star Irvin Johnson Jr., 5 letters. Magic. Magic Johnson. Nothing else to say about that one. Riff's getting himself an extra life back up to the top flight there, Riff. Well played. $50 this month, a cult stage musical by Richard O'Brien that features the Time Warp. 3564 or 564 or 56. The Rocky Horror Show. Ardenfetch, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. Not the Rocky Horror Picture Show. That is not 50 this month. It is a different thing. I checked. Zeus and Nexonator, you've earned yourself an extra life. Well played. Nexonator back up to the top flight. Zeus back to the middle. Pyro Pygmy comes to join us. Currently on 9 points. Let's go on. Fictional Birds, Woodstock. Which comic strip starting in 1950? 7 letters. You put the film Clay. To be fair, I very nearly changed the answer for that Rocky Horror one, then actually checked its citation. Peanuts was the answer there. Most players getting that one right. Yeah, check the citation. They are distinct things, and the Rocky Horror Picture Show is not 50 this month. Reverse alphabetical. I blank when I should have zagged. 6 letters. Can we all go green again? Not quite. I zigged when I should have zagged. Everyone in the arena getting that one, though. Nice shades of green there. On we go. Approaching the halfway mark now. Father of what nation? Genghis Khan. 8 letters. Mongolia was the answer. Very well done if you got that. A couple more 5s coming in there, but already players at the top flight, so they reset their counters. 20 questions to go. 50 this month. Roger Moore's first James Bond film featuring a theme song by Wings. 4333. You were young and your heart was an open book. Live and let die. Zeus and Pirate Pygmy losing a life. Zeus poised above the abyss floor. Mr. Man and Little Miss. Ernest Wiseman, part of a British comedy duo, was better known as Ernie Who. 4 letters. That would be Ernie Wise. Next note to losing a life on that one. Back down to the middle. But Riff getting themselves another extra life back up to the top flight. Very well played. Deeper into the second half of this stack now. 18 questions to go. Fictional Birds. Mockingjay. Which novel series starting in 2008? 365 or 65? And we've got a sea of green. Very well played. The Hunger Games was the correct answer. Well done there. 17 questions to go. Reverse alphabetical, a term popularised in the 1980s for a young urban professional. 6 letters. There's some staying power for these players in the Abyss Arena at the moment. Not a particularly high turnover tonight. That would be a yuppie. Pirate Pygmy have lost a life there. Poised above the Abyss floor. Tread carefully. On to the next. Father of what nation? Peter the Great. 6 letters. That would be Russia. Sea of Green in the Abyss Arena once again. Very well played. 15 questions to go. Fictional Birds. Zazu the Hornbill. Which 1994 film? 344 or 44? Be The Lion King. Lion King also accepted on its own. Shapes losing a life down to the middle level. There's Zeus. That's 5 right in a row. You get an extra life. You're back up to the middle flight. Well played. Reverse alphabetical. A type of light cake. The popular Victoria example is a misnomer. 6 letters. Rush me. The amount of these I've brought to the office, I'll be very disappointed if you don't get this. There you go. Sponge. Victoria sponge. Actually, I've bought at least one Victoria sponge and a chocolate one. Next, Nato, that's 5 right in a row. You got yourself an extra life. You got it. Good man. Appreciate that. Mao Zedong. 5 letters. Father of what nation? Popularly known as Chairman Mao, is China, father of China. End of June. End of June. Mr. Men and Little Miss, a traditional nursery rhyme. Mary, Mary, quite blank. 8 letters. Hello. There's a follow. Thank you very much for that follow. Ionosal and Chesy Babe. 2 follows coming in. Contrary was the answer there. I imagine Huds has possibly just done a shout out. And Iron in the Gulf. Pyropygmy, that's an extra life. All these follows coming. I think Huds has just done a shout out. We're like 7 away from 1,000 followers. It could happen tonight. 50 this month. Former Liverpool and England footballer, the son of legendary manager Harry, 5'8" or 8. Zanon! Welcome to the stream. What is happening? All the noises. I'm assuming Huds has just done a shout out. I imagine Jamie Redknapp was the answer there. I imagine because Huds and his community are going to be coming over here a week on Tuesday for Sonic themed quiz night as part of Huds's drive for Pride Month. Fictional birds is the next question. Big Bird, which TV show starting in 1969? 6-6. Yes, Huds is doing a charity fundraising event all throughout June. One of those events, Sesame Street was the answer there. One of those events is going to be hosted over here on Game Night. Oh my god, Huds is raiding in. It's 68 Huds. My dude, Zeus and Shapes, you've got yourselves an extra life. Back up to the top flight. Am I a gladiator? Welcome everybody. This crowning achievement by Secretariat, the 9th racehorse to achieve at 6'5" or 865, 50 this month. Ionosal, Driven, Huds, P.O., Cornel Red, Morgan Shiro, Shiny Zhangsu, Chesy Babe, Canbelly, Prof Nez, Iron in the Gulf, Silic Dev, welcome to the stream. Triple Crown was the answer. Oh my god, it's all happening at the moment. Nelson Mandela, father of what nation? 5 and 6. I think I'm 5 away from 1,000 followers, Raiders. Welcome in, Huds. Thank you very much for that raid. Am I a gladiator? No, I'm not. A nice, calm quiz. We'll take a little respite at the end of the main round, the main game. South Africa was the answer. Sea of Green. Need to be a Tuesday 30 for the annual. So yes, you will indeed. 7 questions to go. Mr. Men and Little Mess. Rick Edwards' quiz with the 3rd dimension. Don't spell it with an exclamation mark. 10 letters. Is that it? Is that 1,000 followers? Del Taddy and Card Captorizzi 380, welcome to the stream. Impossible was the answer. And Pyropygmy, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out the game. You're going to be replaced by Opsimax with 6 questions to go. We're there, 1,000 followers. Oh my god. Everything happened tonight. Reverse alphabetical, the longest river in Europe. 5 letters. Oh my god. Fortunately, I just have to read stuff or I can keep going. Hopefully everyone else can keep concentrating on this. Volga is the answer. David and Sotley and Riff losing a life there. Those questions I don't know any. It is chaos stuff. 50 this month. The supermodel who's hosted Project Runway and Germany's Next Top Model. 5, 4 or 4. Right. Fortunately, this section is drawing to an end. Heidi Klum was the answer. Colo, you've dropped into the abyss and you are out of the game, but thank you for playing. You're going to be replaced by the Bassoonist with 5 questions to go, currently on 24 points. Can you stay in the abyss arena until the end of the questions? Reverse alphabetical. In Islam, the Hajj is a pilgrimage to this holy city. 5 letters. No Googling, Ion Cell. No Googlings against the rules. Mecca was the answer to that one. Reverse alphabetical, M-E-C-C-A. 3 questions to go. Zeus, you've earned yourself an extra life. You're back up to the top flight. That's why you're not joining us. Fair enough. Well, welcome all the raiders. I'll speak to you properly in just a minute, and thank you properly for all the follows. Mr. Men and Little Miss, what the Q stands for in QR code. 5 letters. That would be quick. Opsimats, David and Bassoonist losing a life there. 2 questions to go. Everyone on the top flight is safely into the final. Father of what nation? Aung San, 7 or 5? That'd be Myanmar. Also accepted Burma as an answer there. Then Aung San Suu Kyi. Next, Nato, that's an extra life. You're guaranteeing yourself a place in the final. Everyone on the middle row or higher is guaranteed into the final with 1 question to go. Fictional birds, Captain Flint the Parrot. Which 1883 novel, 8 and 6? That would be Treasure Island. And after 40 questions, we have got our finalists. It's certainly getting extra life, somewhat academic, because you're going to get all your lives restored in the final anyway. So, after 40 questions, it's time for the final, but it's time for a quick break, because I need to address everything that's been going on. Sam's still fucking fuming. So it happens, it's quite a high-scoring game. You didn't get in, but you did get 40 out of 40, as did 2. Very well done. Don't see that very often. Perfect 40 from Samster and 2. The Samster is absolutely spitting feathers. Can I just say, Huds, thank you very much for that shout-out there. And to all the new followers, to Iron Salt, Chesy Babe, Iron in the Guff, Delta, Race Pro, Silic Dev, Morgana Shiro, Shiny Zang 32, Shiny, let's go with, Gnarly Quinn, and Dr. Even, and whoa, hello. Let's just have some Red Herrings music in the middle of the abyss. Matt gifting out 10 gift subs right there. That's fine, Hods. You go do a look. Thank you very much for that raid. Gift subs there going out to Party of Me, Score Count, Theory of Game, Now Cut That Out, DKW Duff, David Stravdy, Hud601, Dogfish44, Opponent Nuevo, and Stuttgart Ken. Who was the official 1000th follower? That's a very good question. I feel they should probably get a gift sub from me. So I'm fairly sure I was at 990 before Huds did his shout out. So Iron Assault, Chesy Babe, Iron in the Guff, Delta DY, Race Pro UK, Silit Dev, Morgana Shiro, Shiny Sangzu, Gnarly Quinn, Dr. Evin, I believe, Dr. Y Vin, you are the 1000th follower. I'm very well aware we've still got a game going on, but 1,000 followers, guys! Fucking pog! It happened! Oh my god! Huds, thank you for that raid and shout out. And I know we're still mid-game, and we are going to go back to the game in a minute, but 1,000 followers after tonight, the Season 11 opener. Wow. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for coming back to this corner of the internet again and again. I'm following because I don't like this swearing too, please. Oh, I have to go and find another bottle of Prosecco. 1,000 followers. Amazing. Thank you very much, everybody, for the support over the last 4 and a bit years. Press refresh jogging. It says 1,000 at my end. And it was definitely 990 before we started. We've had 10 new since then. Wow. I don't know what to say. I'm a bit lost for words. Royal Flush of Sweet. Yeah, we completed it. Game night, completed it, mate. Look, seriously, thank you very much for all the followers and all the support. To Huds for that raid, Matt for the gift sub bomb right there as well. Hugely grateful to you. And there's another one. Matt's beat me to it. Tier 3 sub, bloody Nora. Dr. Evin, if you are still here, Matt the ref has just gifted you a tier 3 sub as the 1000th follower. He's beaten me to the punch on there. I was going to do it myself, but he's got ahead of me. Matt, thank you for your generosity there. And Dr. Evin, I hope you're still here as the 1000th follower. If not, I will have to try and DM you or something and say thank you for coming on over. The reason for that raid is because all throughout the month of June, Huds, who I know has gone on to lurk mode because he's doing post-stream admin, is raising money for Bristol Pride. That's his local Pride charity. He's done it the last 2 years. The last couple of years we've done collab streams, we've done races, we've done Sonic quizzes as well. We're not racing this year, but we are doing another Sonic quiz. So we've done it the last couple of years, and it's always been really good fun. So that is happening this year. He's got a load of other events happening as well, and he's already... Are you at 2,000 yet, Huds? It was like 1,600 the other night on like day 1. Anyone from Huds know what the total is? Has it hit 2,000 yet? It was certainly so. Yeah. Oh my God, Zan, I was absolutely arseholed last year, and I'm not doing it again this year. 1,869.69. Very nice. Thank you, Morgana Shiro. Yeah. So Huds is doing a fantastic job raising money for Bristol Pride. Just shy of 2,000 already. part of the festivities of that fundraiser is going to be the Sonic Quiz Night, which is happening a week on Tuesday. That's the 13th of June. We've got Google That Sonic Special, which has been written by me, which is open to everybody, both from Huds' community and the regular Game Night community. It'd be lovely to have a good cross-section of communities involved in that game. And then we've got a face-off with Huds and his moderator team, or a few of his moderator teams. So that's going to be a really good event to look forward to. Face-off coming out of retirement for the first time in just over a year, I think. So that's going to be a week on Tuesday. And Huds, thank you for that raid. Thank you for 1,000 followers. Sonic like the game next to Sonic the Hedgehog. Thank you for 1,000 followers and for everything you do to support it. And Huds, thanks for that raid. We should finish off this game of the Abyss, though. Kind of forgot about what we're actually here for. Here's the rules of play for the final. 9 finalists have had their lives refreshed. Further extra lives will not be awarded in the final. No, I haven't retired. Well, it's not on at the moment, Matt. Up to 10 questions will be displayed. Same categories, but possibly random order. Whispering answers as before to Persephone's Twitch bot. If arena players drop into the Abyss, they are permanently out of the game and will not be replaced. The winner is the last player standing. If after 10 questions no winner has emerged, the winner will be the player with the most lives left. In the event of a tie, the player with the highest score is the winner. Yeah, it's on hiatus. It'll be coming back. I want to sort of redo it. Make some tweaks to it, but I'm sure it'll be back. I mean, it's popular enough that at some point it definitely will be back. But there's still an appetite for it. But what a good time. But yeah, as Dave said, it is an absolutely massive amount of work. On the last one, I think there were 3 of us basically working on it, like at the expense of everything else at Game Night. It's a huge amount of work behind the scenes, the tournament administration, the question vetting, because it's such a massive question burn. But I think it will be back, but I need to build up to it. It requires a lot of energy and time. So those are the rules of the final. Good luck to our 9 finalists: Bassoonist, Zeus, Toot, David, Shapes, Itzotli, Nextnator, Riff, and Oriz Maths. Opus Maths. I'll get that right one day. It's time for the Abyss final. Here we go. Starting with Mr. Man and Little Miss, an adjective that can go before worm and loris to give animals 4 letters. That would be slow, as in Mr. Slow. Bassoonist, David, Riff, Opsimaths, losing a life. On we go. Topper, welcome to the stream. Reverse alphabetical. In the Bible, Solomon receives a visitor from this historical kingdom. 5 letters. I played a piece that references this at the wedding earlier on today. That piece was the arrival of the Queen of Sheba. Sheba was the answer. Well done to Zeus and Toot, the only 2 getting that one right in the Abyss Arena. On we go. Again, reverse alphabetical. An Irish folk band named for a revolutionary, the Blank Tones. 5 letters. The Wolf Tones. W-O-L-F-E. Toot and Nextnator getting that one right. David, Bassoonist, Riff, Opsimath, you've dropped into the Abyss and you're out of the game. Thank you for playing. Fictional Birds. Moses the Raven, which 1944 novella. 6 and 4. Yeah, into the Abyss they go. And I don't destroy the objects, so they are continually falling for the rest of while this build is running. Animal Farm was the answer. Shapes and Itzotli have dropped into the Abyss. You're out the game. Thank you for playing. 50 this month, Britain's final opera and adaptation of Thomas Mann's novel Der Tod in Venedig. 5, 2 and 6. Death in Venice. All 3 of our remaining players getting that one. British classical music, I don't know anything. Fictional Birds, Feathers McGraw, which 1993 short film, 358 or 58? With or without the definite article. Wallace and Gromit in The Wrong Trousers was the answer there. Again, all 3 getting it right. 4 questions to go. Mr. Men and Little Miss, a 2013 film about the rivalry between F1 drivers James Hunt and Niki Lauda. 4 letters. Pete's in. Nexonator's in. Zeus is in. All 3 incorrect. Rush was the answer, as in Mr. Rush. Green triangle character, if memory serves. 50 this month. 3 questions to go. Indian tennis player who won 18 Grand Slam doubles titles, men's and mixed, 7-4 or 4. Surname only is acceptable. Leander Paes is the answer. Zeus, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. It's between Toot and Nexonator with 2 questions to go. Advantage with Toot, but let's see what happens. Father of what nation? Lee Kuan Yew. 9 letters. Both of our finalists are in. That's Singapore. Both of them correct. We are going to get all of the questions. Last question of the night. Father of what nation? Coming both at the end. Skanderbeg, 7 letters. Both players are locked in. Albania was the answer. That is the end of the game. And the winner is Toot. $49 and survives the drop. Nexonator, kudos to you as well. The Abyss has not taken you, but you don't get that victory because Toot was higher up the columns. But great games all round. Well done out in the wings as well. Mark with 44, Samster with 46, Toot with 49. Our top 3 right there. Only Nexonator and Shakespeare with 43. And Dragon subbing for 11 months there. Thank you very much indeed for that, Dragon. Welcome on into the stream just in time for the end. I don't think we're going to do a post game tonight because it's already gone 11, and I've got to go feed the dogs and have some dinner myself. F1 film, was that the one you missed too? God, 49 out of 50 in the Abyss. I mean, that is good going. Has to be said. Top effort. Of course, he drops a film question. Yeah, all the maths and risky business was fine, but the film question, nah, we're not having that. I haven't had time. I genuinely haven't had time. So I got up. I had a little bit of a lie-in because I had to get up at 6 o'clock on Friday to take Megs to the airport because she's doing 3 peaks this weekend. I think I mentioned earlier. And then came home, straight into work, early finish on Friday, so finished at 3, but then I had a rehearsal at 4 for a concert next month. I had a doze on the sofa for an hour, ordered a pizza, had a meeting with Colo and Score for buzz-off things. And anyway, the point is, I don't need to give you the whole Friday. The point is, I was very, very tired, so I had a bit of a lie-in this morning. Got up, had a coffee, updated all the credits for the games this season, took the dog out for a walk for an hour, came home, shower, changed for the wedding, go to the wedding, back from the wedding, straight into stream. I just haven't stopped. There's been no time. Oh yes, do stick around for the finalised buzz-off results. Thank you for reminding me, Score, because I probably wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't have done those otherwise. Yeah, I've got some leftover pizza. Despite the efforts of the dog last night, I have got some leftover pizza, which is going in the microwave in about 10 minutes' time. Look, chaos stream. Thanks to Huds for that. But seriously, thank you for 1,000 followers. I am probably going to have to do a special of some sort now. It's very difficult because I can't make new games anymore, and I am reluctant to remake existing formats because of what I do, and because my colleagues are apparently joining me in the evenings now. Rushmead, be very, very nice to Rushmead. He's a colleague of mine, and as and when they decide to out themselves as to who they actually are, I will continue to try and call you Rushmead rather than by your given name, but you're very, very welcome here. There was a plan, but yeah, that's been scuppered. I know. Getting into the glamorous world of TV game shows has rather scuppered the plan to do what I was going to do. Ops and Mats, thank you for the follow. The 1,001st follower. Thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, so I'm going to do something, I don't know what yet. I've got a kernel of an idea that I'm going to bounce around people. Someone next is for 1,000 heartbeats at Ashos. I don't know. It'll be its own stream. It'll probably be its own dedicated 1,000-follower stream. But, I'm just a bit overwhelmed. 1,000 followers. Big raid from Huds. Thank you again, Huds, for that raid. And all of the people from Huds' channel, thank you for coming over. Thank you for the follows. Do come and join us. I mean, whenever. Come and join us Saturday nights for game night, but in particular Tuesday week for the Sonic theme. Google that, and the Huds moderation face-off. That should be a really good one to watch and to play in. But the Buzz-Off tournament. I need to announce who's going to be in the tournament. Before I do that, though, I'm going to roll these credits. Congratulations to Toot. You have survived the abyss. I've done it again. I'll let the last note fade out. Lewis, welcome to the stream. I've no idea why I've started pluralising your surname in this. Yeah. I don't know where that's come from. But that's now a thing, apparently. And that's obviously going to be the raid message, Innes Carson's. Sorry, Innes. Anyway. I can only apologise. Thank you very much for those questions, Innes. They were really, really lovely. A great start to the season. But what a great start it's been. That buzz-off game, the Gremlins notwithstanding, it's just a null, my doing a null check, or not doing a null check on things I didn't think I needed to do a null check on, but one should always do a null check, which I'm hoping has patched out that issue. I will look at the other issues that came up on Buzz-Off. Really fun return of Risky Business from Riff there. And the most chaotic game of the Abyss ever. Congratulations to Toot on winning that. Thank you to Inca for the questions. God, they're coming off because they're hurting. And Huds, again, thank you for that raid. Thank you to all the new followers. 1,000 followers. Just, it could only happen at a season opener, couldn't it? Season opener. Right. Who's in this Buzz-Off tournament? I need some music. Right, give me a minute. There we go. Tension music. I can reveal that the scores have been checked, ratified, verified. The scores from the original round 1 have been added on to the total that you got from the second attempt. No, this is a bit scary, actually. I don't like this. Let's find a different. Suspense and tension, copyright music. Copyright background music. Okay, this'll do. So, score has gone through on a spreadsheet and added on what you got from that first one and added it on to what you got from the main game. I like this. And I can reveal that these have been verified, double-checked, and ratified. I am going to go and double-check and ratify them myself in just a minute. But I have no reason to disbelieve what Score and Colo have come up with. You already had an idea of where we were going to. The camera's wobbling. It's probably got my leg rammed against the desk and it's wobbling the monitor, which is wobbling the webcam. You already had an idea of who was doing well. I can now reveal that the first player who's going to be in the Buzz-Off tournament is Samster, because he was the returning champion. I've got a good drop there, actually. Go back to that one. Samsa is the returning champion. Well, it's always going to be in the tournament. First qualifying player into the tournament with a score of 7,815 is Jogging. 7,815. You are into the buzz-off bracket. Next player in with a score of 7,064. We Like Shapes. You're into the buzz-off tournament. I keep rewinding this sting because it's only a minute long. The next player into the buzz-off tournament with a score of 7,044. Arun Aromatics. Just 20 points behind Shapes. Just 2 points behind Arun. The next player into the buzz-off tournament with 7,042. David Stravdi. Yes, I'm wrapping it up as quick as I can. The next player into the buzz-off tournament with a score of 6,864 is Claire. The next player into the buzz-off tournament with a score of 6,842 is Matt the Ref. And the 8th and final player into the buzz-off tournament with a score of 6,648 is It's Sotley. It's Sotley. There we go. Missed off the last underscore. Thank you to everybody who entered, to everyone who put in an application form. We have got some reserves. If, for whatever reason, the top 8 invited aren't able to make it or decide to decline the invitation, the reserves are going to be Innis on 6,562, Oni on 6,497, and Lupine on 6,253. Those are the reserve players right there. Those are our 8 buzz-off competitors. But of course, the audience game will be there for all of those matches over the course of the tournament. But well done, Samster, Jogging, Shapes, Arun, David, Claire, Matt, and It's Sotley. You are our buzz-off competitors for Season 11. I look forward to talking with you a little bit more over the coming weeks, and should be very exciting. I'm very well aware that at least 3 of them are also writing packs for it as well. Obviously, they won't be playing their own, but keep an eye on the Discord for more information. Incidentally, anyone who wants to come and join the Discord, any one of our raiders perhaps wants to come join the Discord, you can do so right there. I'm going to wrap things up. We are going to go and raid the Game Show Marathon, 24-hour Game Show Marathon, which our great friend Ash the Bash is on at the moment, I am assured. Samsa sent me a snotty message. Ape is on it as well. We're going to go and raid into them. They've been going since 5 o'clock earlier on today. That goes for 24 hours. The raid message is going to be hashtag Innis Carsons, because of course it is. What a stream. Great start to Season 11. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back, for all the subs, for the HUDs, for that massive raid, to all the new followers. Welcome. I look forward to seeing you over the course of the Buzz-Off tournament for HUD's Pride event a week on Tuesday, and I will be back next Saturday. And what have we got on the docket? Let me have a very fast look. We have got Plinko the Quiz, the first of the Buzz-Off heats, and the Purge. The Purge has been written by BC. Plinko is written by Ianyo. Buzz-Off is to be confirmed. I've got a couple of packs that I could use depending on who gets into the fixtures bracket. That's next Saturday. In the interim, don't forget you can go and follow Topper. He's going to be streaming on Thursday. Go and give Ash the Bash a follow as well. He's off season at the moment, but he will be back in a couple of weeks' time. And we're going to go raid them now at the 24-hour Game Show Marathon. That's it for tonight. What a season opener. Thank you again, everybody. Thanks to all the writers, to all of you for coming back, for the raids, the follows, the subs. 1,000 subs, baby. Season 11 is up and running. Until next time, next Saturday, I will be back. Plinko, Buzz Off, The Purge. You'd be mad to miss it, and I will see you then. Until next time, I've been Royal Flush. You've been watching Game Night. Take care. Peace out, and good night.